Wait. The furthest he's ever traveled in his life. Or is he saying for a collab? He's scared of planes? The furthest he's ever traveled from Arkansas in his life is Florida. That's like 3 states away. That is actually crazy.
Is almost word for word the only existing footage of Queso.
Bro, he doesn't fly? Bro, still, I feel like he should get like a camper. Bro, he should buy a camper and get somebody to drive his ass to like fucking Alaska or some shit.
Outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up.
Because you could drive really far from the U.S.
Yesterday to me when we were...
He got a Sprinter? Okay.
We were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he is the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time...
What? The first time he ever left Arkansas, he was in his 20s? He never stepped out of state bounds. I never knew that. I knew he was afraid of flying. I know he doesn't travel often. But I would have thought he was like, oh yeah, I've been to like Key West once or some shit. No. Wow. He's never left his state.
You ever been out of like Florida? Or out of Arkansas, my bad. Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the Streamer Award goes to...
Queso!
He never there, bruh. It's always his face.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
I haven't. I've been nominated twice and I didn't go to either of them, bro. That's just in LA, man. I'm like, am I really gonna? I gotta fly out 6 hours to show up for 3 and then leave and fly back.
Mr. Beast tweeted you. Oh yeah, I talked.
I'd rather just stream. Like, is that fucked to say? Like, I appreciate being nominated, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna go to LA. Like, I'd rather just stream. Like,
yeah, I can't even go on.
It's different if it's like a big event, like Streamer Games I almost did last year, and this year I would love to do if he does it again, where it's like the Olympics, and it's like 3 days of athletic events. It's like that I could reason in my head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 days flying versus, okay, I'm going to fly out for a red carpet event, sit in a room full of streamers, get drunk, and then fly home.
Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
According to the
It'd be worth a video, but I'm not getting a video out of it. It's all copyright. It's all what do you mean I'm getting a video out of it? I can't re-upload that.
blueprint, all of those things just come with the territory of being in the...
Streamer Games could be worth a video. Streamer Games, I could show up, fucking, you know, eat shit on a track field, have like a funny highlight moments, and react to myself running. But like...
Top 1%.
Streamer Awards, it's not really...
But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once...
Great GamerStop's flavor. That was Goof Juice. I know it when I see it.
Even the fact that he's only left...
Code Bart!
The state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture
like he's gonna die, like physically, like cease to exist.
Someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Queso, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable. And for someone...
Wow, that really explains why he hasn't left the state, though.
With OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chat, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
37 times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just like feeling it lock?
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house and check it another 11 times. And then I could...
Wow, that's like extreme OCD. I did not know he had that.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to
Maybe a little exaggeration, maybe, but I feel like most of his stories are like full for real.
all the questions. It's his rules, at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like, some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh, man.
Bro, I don't dislike when I get recognized. I dislike when somebody recognizes me and then they just stare at me for extended periods of time or like tail me at a grocery store. That shit's creepy, bro. Just walk up to me. The amount of times I have motherfuckers huddle in a group staring at their phones and going, I just walk up to them. I go, hey, you know me? Like, let's get this weird shit over with. Like, I'm just going to break, because either I'm going to sit there for another 30 minutes before one of them walks up to me, or I'm just going to walk up to you and go, you know who I am. And I'm not rude when I say it. I'm like, hey, I go, you know who I am? They go, yeah. I go, I'm just trying to break this. Because they make eye contact with me. They know I'm staring at them.
And, dude,
The only time I really get tweaked out is when I'm like super high. Super high. They walk up to me, Joe Bart. I go, oh no.
I was about to
Oh no.
pass out.
And then I'm going to have a really awkward conversation. And one of these, oh, it was nice meeting you. And I think about that for about 5 minutes.
Man.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not
Yeah.
only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No.
Bro, but that's so sad. It's like, bro, he has money to spend, you know? I feel like it's sick if he's able to, like, go and see shit, do shit. Fuck.
No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward revolves around a constant
Fix your hair. That's worse. See, you fucked it up even more, jackass. Now it's gonna sit like that.
State of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch.
What do you want my hair to be, like a perfect bullet? Like it's a Lego haircut? Just right onto my head?
But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million.
Oh, the cooking
Say
stream.
it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the number 3 spot on Twitch, almost nothing has actually changed.
You
0.01.
definitely gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope
I don't understand how he was live.
so, CJ. That'd be a dream come true for you, boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
Aw.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We about to hit 10 million!
I gotta turn this off. Come on.
No way we're actually about to hit it. We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go! 10 million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this
That
made
is so sweet.
sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it.
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
only one who pushed him to try streaming in
Oh
the
my god, that's like a happy cry moment, bro. That's so nice.
first place.
That's a dadgum
And his mom being so proud of him.
diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, his whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with do it with no
Bro,
complaints.
that's the biggest thing about manual labor, man. Like, especially like union work, like the money could be pretty good, but your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're like 50, dude. Anybody that's worked in like the electricians union, carpentry, construction, it's like you could do that and then you just have so many like you have the body of like a 70-year-old when you're 50.
I worked with my dad. We were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling
HVAC shit,
under
yeah.
sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living, but it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
Yep.
But yeah.
So when streaming became a reality,
Bro said electricians. Yeah, if you're like not like if you're the dude standing out on the side of the road flipping a sign, but like electricians that are like climbing in walls, wiring shit. That's pretty rough.
he made sure that the two
All right, maybe it was a bad example, comparable to like carpenters or like fucking construction. You know what I mean?
people who spent their lives building
Yeah, why
up
are we dissing electricians? Is there like a union? Is there like a trade beef with electricians or some shit? Oh no, they got it easy.
never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill
Yeah.
and they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we can all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. I was gonna say they're retired because you know they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all.
Well, it's still a purpose. It's like they've been effectively retired from their job, but now they kind of like are mini assistants to Queso. You know what I mean?
All the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
That was an amazing video. That was a good ass watch, bro. Oh my cinema. Oh, fucking golf cart W fucking YouTuber dude too. They put that together amazingly. Queso's greatest trait is this humility. It's like a regular person you want to be friends with. Yeah, he seems like a lot of streamers. It's like, oh, you kind of seem like just like a figure versus like Queso's just like a guy you'd see in a store. For the sole purpose of somebody losing interest in me. Like, what the fuck? If somebody, I feel like there's got to be better ways. Yeah, maybe acting boring. It's like, all right, yeah, maybe lose yourself a little bit. You should pick up drinking, gain 30 pounds.
We are so bored as a baseline. If you bore us even more, we're gonna cut you real quick. Like, you'll be out of here in no time.
When you say bored as a baseline, what do you mean by that?
So I get bored basically just existing. So I don't necessarily feel boredom in the way a child would, but I feel this like sense of restlessness or agitation when I'm not actively a part of something that's going to bring me success or bring me fun. So that's when I start.
Doesn't that feel more like an ADHD, like kind of energetic? That doesn't really feel like a sociopathy thing. That feels more just like a restlessness of constantly needing to be stimulated.
Spending wild amounts of money, going on trips I never planned earlier, just forgetting medications and deciding to stop taking them because it's inconvenient going to a pharmacy. That boredom really gets in your bones, and then you just have to do something about it. So it's already so bad. When you exacerbate it, of course we're going to get rid of you. Did you want to kill cats as a child?
Why cats? What is the, is that like a thing? Like people have an interest in killing cats if they're like psycho or sociopaths?
No, I don't think I've ever wanted to kill cats. I adore cats. I have 4 Persian cats. So no, I've never wanted to kill cats. And I'm going to be specific there, not cats. There are things I've done in my childhood, but never to cats.
You can't just go to the next question. What, you can't just go to the next question and leave that on a fucking open-ended statement there. Yeah, there's things that I did. Like what? What would we kill? Were we strangling dogs? What were we doing? Were we blowing up frogs? I don't understand.
Do you want to elaborate or no?
You just move into the next question. Thank fuck the interviewer. Aaron, thank you. Thank you for butting in. No.
I was a very violent child.
Oh, gosh. See, that's not elaborating in the way that... See, that's making me more curious.
I didn't carry that out past approximately 12. And let's just say in India, when I visited, we visit every December. It's a lot easier to get around the law. It's a lot easier to get around even violence towards other people, towards animals. But it's never been cats. It never will be cats. I love cats so much.
But, like, what? I like, that's just, like, okay, there's a difference there, though. Like, if you're killing, like, minnows or, like, fish, I feel like that's, like, not fucked compared to, like, okay, you drowned a dog or something like that.
What emotions do you have?
Like, the level of consciousness of the creature. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody was, like... When I was a kid, I used to kill frogs. I'd be like, nah, that's bad. But I wouldn't be, like, shocked. But if you were like, when I was 5, I strangled a dog to death, I'd go, whoa. Have you gone to therapy? Or, like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, there's, like, a level of, like, lasting impact depending on the animal.
And I'm a sociopath. I'm not AI. I'm not a robot. I have all the emotions. I just don't...
Wait, what was the question? Oh, what emotions do you have?
And I'm a sociopath. I'm not AI. I'm not a robot. I have all the emotions. I just don't experience empathy, guilt, or remorse. I think the strongest emotions I feel are rage, contempt. Contempt is probably the strongest feeling I have. Disgust. Like, people could do the mildest thing and it will trigger disgust. Like, most of my actions are very controlled. They're very precise and planned out. But sometimes I do have a rage attack and I worry that one day it might go too far.
What does a rage attack look like?
So I've been told that it looks like the soul has left my body. My eyes look a lot darker. I have previously attempted to hurt someone with a knife. I've pushed people down flights of stairs. And the rage attack is kind of like just irrational. Like, you can't talk me out of it. Like, I need the time to calm down, because if anyone is getting in the way of that, they're gonna be a casualty, unfortunately.
Do you feel
Bro just used the term casualty.
joy and happiness?
Yes, I do. I do feel joy. I feel happiness. I feel happy for others if they are part of that call, because I see that as myself succeeding. I also do experience jealousy, and entitlement to an extent. So it's kind of like this baseline of...
I don't think that's just a sign from sociopaths, though. I think it's very common in friend groups for people to feel jealous of other friends' success, when you got to realize, like, you got to prop up your boys, you know what I mean? Like, witnessing your friends succeed, you should always be happy, regardless of whether you could still... I don't think it's bad to witness your friend succeed and go, damn, I wish I had that, but that shouldn't take away from the level of happiness that you have for a friend. Does that make sense? Where it's like, say your friend wins the lottery. You could go, I wish I won the lottery. But you shouldn't be mad or, you know, upset that your friend won and not you. You could be like, damn, I wish I won. But you shouldn't be like, oh, okay, fuck you. Like, pissed off at them for their success.
And then...
Okay, not success. You know, winning the lottery isn't success. More so like luck, I guess.
Anyone can do something like that I find offensive and it will trigger contempt, and then that'll mean they're out of my life. I know a child with this. What advice can you give me in terms of care? Well, firstly, no child has antisocial personality disorder. All they can have is callous unemotional traits and conduct disorder, which I had. If you have a kid who is showing the kind of callous emotional traits that you would see in a sociopath, it's very important to take that child to the right sort of therapy early. Because even when I was 21, which is when I got diagnosed, my psychiatrist, he's a forensic psychiatrist, he mainly works with prisoners, he wasn't quick to give me my label because he thought, look, you're 21.
Wait. Side note. Have you ever watched, so like, she's saying she can feel sadness and happiness. But she doesn't feel empathy. So when she is like watching a movie, like a sad movie, is there never like a moment where she would cry? You know? For example, Rocket. This is maybe a bad example, but this is one of the most recent films where I fully cried that I can spoil because it's been a while. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Rocket's friends, if you remember. The bunny, the walrus, they were murdered. And then in the movie he goes, it's like that, like a really exaggerated cry. I cried, right? So would she not get upset there? Or like in The Long Walk, I'm not going to spoil it because it's a great movie and I want you to go watch it. In the ending of The Long Walk, I cried. It wasn't affecting me. No way you cried to that shit. That was sad. Sociopath, no. I'm kidding. That was sad as fuck. What are you talking about? You're telling me the scene where the little bunny is like, and we're getting out, right, Rocket? Boom! He walks in and they're just dead. Like all of his friends are dead. Like that was sad as shit. I cried in theater. That was so sad. I cried the most watching The Long Walk recently. What are other really sad films that I've cried? I used to not cry in movies, not because I didn't want to, but because I thought I was weak to. Now, I love a sad movie. I have to be in the mood for a sad film, but like, I love going to like see a sad movie. I'll cry in public. I don't care. If I'm watching like a sad fucking film, and I'm in a movie theater, I don't give a shit. I'll be like, it's usually never that, though. It'll just be like a silent tears running down my eye type shit. Cars 1 and 2. Cars 1 and 2. What fucking scene in Cars 1 made you cry? What scene? Mater's death. Mater didn't die.
Eventually, he just realized that it was immutable in me. It was completely immutable. There was nothing that they could do to change that. All he could do was show me how bad the prisons were in order for me to not commit strong acts of violence. But yeah, no children can have this, and no child is just a monster from childhood. Like, no child is like that. Like, even when I was 3, I mean, my mum used to call me a monster, which I thought was like quite despicable to say to a 3-year-old, but you know, it is what it is.
And you mentioned therapy. What is the purpose of that therapy? What's the kind of end goal?
Therapy was, I don't think it was effective in, let's say, curing the sociopathy or psychopathy.
No, I think it would be more so teaching her, like, hey, we know you have this condition. This is the ways that you're going to have to work around it to live a normal life.
It wasn't like that. It was more just managing the symptoms rather than treating them. Because the thing is with therapy, it can make you worse because it teaches you how to manipulate more effectively and which language to use to extract the most you can out of other people and still sound decent and humane while you're doing it. So I don't think therapy is necessarily effective, but it is.
Bro, I will notice the slow blinking. There's no way that's a true trait, though, of, like, every sociopath. But she blinks so slow. Like, watch her blink.
Fairly effective, but it is nice to have someone who you can vent to who won't judge you, which is fun. Do sociopaths thrive in leadership positions? Yes, we do. I did exceptionally well in leadership positions, in politics, in finance. It's just...
Yeah, aren't like CEOs of companies like way higher percentages of sociopaths and psychopaths than like any other fucking position? Like being the head of a company, largely you have a higher chance of being somebody that is a sociopath.
It's exactly what we were born to do. Like we are born to rule, I believe, because we are not encumbered by like the ills of society, the society.
I would not say sociopaths are born to rule. I think that they're born to be put in positions where hard decisions need to be made and they have to be callous about it, but not a full leading position. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think you should have a leader that feels no remorse or guilt at the top, but I think that who that guy employs to do other segmented things, you could have a sociopath lead and do very well. But you don't want the guy making the decisions and calling the shots to be a sociopath.
We can make the decisions that would cripple empaths. Like, we are able to do things that will create profits no matter whose neck we have to step on. And that's really what you need in these positions. And I think also it's a constructive way to use what our nature gave us.
Do you think a lot of world leaders are sociopaths or psychopaths?
Oh, 100%, 100%. I don't necessarily want to get sued, but let me just say a lot of world leaders are very sociopathic, if not full-blown antisocial personality disorder. What stops you from acting out when someone like Bundy didn't? So Bundy had the privilege of existing in the 1970s.
People call this monkey trade slavery. Lock in.
Every time you buy coconut milk, you might be buying slavery.
Never buying coconut milk. Saying that. But do you guys buy coconut milk? I may have bought coconut milk like one time. Ever. That tastes terrible. What, you saying a monkey made the milk?
Every time you buy coconut milk, you might be buying slavery.
Costco will stop selling one brand of coconut milk from a Thailand-based producer.
That's what the headlines say, at least. The world is angry.
Oh my god, do they chain the monkeys to, like, the tree and then make them climb it to go fucking pick the coconuts?
But is this really abuse? Or is this some ancient tradition that the West just doesn't understand? To find out, in this episode, we're traveling
How do you even train a monkey to do that?
Across Southeast Asia. From the chaotic monkey markets of Jakarta to the ancient coconut jungles of southern Thailand. And we'll see how they're sold, trained in monkey schools, and put to work in towering...
Trained in monkey schools? They have a whole system where they train them? Do you think you could fail out? Like, how many monkeys do you think fail out of the school because they, like, don't listen? All right, I'm going to have this take off rip before... let's see if my take changes. I think if they're training them through a reward-based system and they're not, like, electrocuting them or some shit to, like, ingrain that they have to do this or they'll get hurt, I don't see this as a problem. Like, if they're just, like, hey, they end up training the monkey to go pick the coconut and then they give the monkey, like, a grape or something, I think that's fine. Like a dopamine reward. But if they're like zapping the motherfucker and they're like, we're gonna hurt you if you don't do it. Because I mean, that's like the same thing as like retrievers. Like it would be like the same thing as a retriever dog if you did it like that. It'd be like, okay, go get the duck. And then they go pick up the duck, you give them a treat. Then they go they like doing it. I think the argument then still is that monkeys are smarter. And so it's like, are you taking advantage of that?
Jatinegara Pet Market. It's basically this like zoo where you can buy anything roadside. I think my goal today...
Oh my god. Oh. See, that upsets me. Look at the puppies.
I think my goal today is to see like how many different species we can possibly see then one day just as one market. Exotic geckos next to...
Those were fucking like flying... Were those sugar gliders?
Then one day...
What are those? They're not flying squirrels. Are they sugar gliders? What are these? Are these flying squirrels? These little things right here? How do they even catch those?
This is one market. exotic geckos next to someone's random house cat, all crammed together. There's sugar gliders everywhere.
Sugar glider, answer my question, never mind.
Different varieties of squirrels too, like just a ridiculous amount of.
Yo, I feel like this is like, yo, it actually makes me realize, I know this is like a fucked up market, but this shit like makes me realize the amount of animals that exist that I don't know anything about. Like this looks like a skunk. This isn't a skunk, this is a squirrel.
Squirrels, including some kind of ground squirrel that apparently stinks.
It's a squirrel that have a bad smell. We call it bajing.
I think that's a skunk.
Yeah, bajing.
A bajing. It's a squirrel with a bad smell.
Yeah.
Can I hold? Hi guys, this is one of those bad smelling squirrels. Apparently, he looks cute as hell. I feel really bad for this little guy. I don't think he's gonna last that long if I'm honest. He's just kind of like hanging out there, rather wet. How much is this?
Berapa papa bajing? 150.
$9 for that fucking living animal, bro. What? I feel like I would buy that and then just release it into the jungle and hope it survives.
You come into stuff that's not even from Indonesia. Albino hedgehogs, Brazilian turtles. Brazil?
Yeah,
oh my god. Imported weirdness just everywhere. The whole thing.
But is this like for rich people? Like, are they eating these animals? Or I feel like some of them, this is an exotic pet market. They have exotic animal markets for food, but like nobody's eating a sugar glider. Joe, what the fuck? What do you mean, Joe, what the fuck? We've watched videos where they have pet markets and right next door they have animal markets where they're cooking things. That's not, what do you mean, Joe, what the fuck? That's an honest question.
It's kind of fascinating, and it doesn't take long before we find our first monkey.
You have one monkey.
You're like, that's a chicken.
Monkey.
How much?
1 million.
1 million for one monkey.
$60 for a monkey. Bro. I feel like a monkey should be like $5,000. Like if you're buying, I feel like if you buy an ape, that should be like $5 grand. An ape or a monkey. Like that's like a smart ass animal. That's pretty hard to get.
Okay.
And it is pretty heartbreaking right away. These guys are tiny, not even a year old. There's 2 of them, and they're just huddled together in the rain while Jakarta's traffic screams past like it's nothing.
Like, what do people buy them for? They buy for a pet? Or
dude, it just sucks because like if you buy it, you're fueling the business. Like even if you bought that monkey and then like somehow rehabilitated it and then put it back in the wild, like you're incentivizing this transaction. You know what I mean? Like you buying them isn't saving them. It's saving the ones that you're buying, but it's not stopping the cycle. Like this is a continuous thing that's just going to keep happening. Some of the animals here, I don't think are bad that they're selling them. Like there were like a few lizards. Like I don't think that's bad that you're selling lizards for either food or pets. Like I think that's fine. It's when you have like malnourished like baby squirrels and fucking like actual apes in cages.
monkey won't get big. Really?
They're macaques. I believe all of them are macaques, just a few different varieties of them. Mainly pigtail macaques and longtail macaques.
Dari mana, Pak?
Sulawesi.
And it turns out they've been shipped from Sulawesi. And in some ways, it hits even harder. I've just returned from Sulawesi, and it is one of the most beautiful paradises I've ever seen. And somehow, it's worse once it's confirmed. These aren't captive bred. They've been pulled straight out of paradise, just to rot roadside in cages. More macaques, this time in camo uniforms.
But then what are people doing with them? Like this one's wearing a shirt. Like is some random Indonesian man coming by and like buying this macaque for $60 and then what, like keeping it in a cage as a pet?
Turned into props from someone's idea of adorable. And they're also not albino at all. Their coats have been dyed.
Yeah, but like you can't keep that as a pet. Like you're not going to be able to train that thing.
This kind of cheap trick to heighten the novelty and make it an easier sale. And before long, we find the epicenter of the market, the monkey section. No longer the occasional cage tucked among birds and reptiles and hedgehogs, but a dedicated corner of commerce. cage after cage of macaques in different shapes and sizes, lined up like products. They're from Sulawesi
And like how many of them are dying before they're even getting sold?
and Sumatra primarily. And then from here, they'll be shipped all over Indonesia.
Oh, isn't that when they start fucking losing their minds? What is that called? That's like an actual thing. Where they just like roam in circles. Zoocosis.
50
monkeys.
He has 50 monkeys. Why do you have that many monkeys, bro? Like, is that many? Is there that big of a market for this?
Maybe less.
Around about 50.
Yeah.
And in just one stall here, they have more than 50 monkeys, cage after cage lined up. And then you see the ones that are already breaking. Some are clearly getting just wired up from being trapped in these cages for too long. Some of them are too small, they're too stressed. And once they get bigger, you can tell they're nowhere near as easy to sell anymore. Meanwhile, there are more cages with tiny babies. Some of these things are insanely young. Again, looking like they're barely a month old, clinging to each other like that's the only comfort they've got.
Oh my god, and they have no idea what's going on.
Oh, it's just 1 month.
1 month old.
Yeah.
1 month old? How did they catch that? Did they catch the mom and then the mom gave birth?
They've got these big cartoon eyes, these oversized heads, little hands gripping onto the cage bars. It's almost too cute, which is the problem. And you can tell exactly why. They've been taken away when they are at peak cuteness, peak sellable. The first stop is these markets, and then they get sold off as pets all across the country.
Do you have that many people in Indonesia own monkeys?
The monkey trade at Jatinegara.
Like, I wouldn't even know the first thing of taking care of a monkey. Like, what do you feed a monkey? Like, fruits and nuts and shit, but it's like, you have to, like, keep it entertained, and it needs exercise. Like, dude, that's the problem with it. It's on another level. But it's the same shit with, like, any animal owner in the United States, too. Motherfuckers will buy pets, not bananas. Motherfuckers will buy bananas. You're just saying banana. No, chat's not even saying bananas. Just banana. Okay, we're feeding them banana. All right, anyways. Oh my god, what was I saying? Motherfuckers will buy pets in the United States, not understanding how much work it is to take care of that pet. Like, it's unreal, dude. Even something as simple as, like, a dog. They'll buy a puppy and not realize, like, hey, you have to, like, train this thing, take it out all the time, watch it, make sure it gets exercise. It's, like, a smaller step of, like, raising a kid, bro. Obviously, a human's gonna be harder, but, like, I honestly think raising a dog is probably a pretty good training exercise for, like, keeping something alive. Like, it's not easy to... That's why so many dogs are misbehaved, too. They don't socialize them right. They don't get enough exercise. They'll buy a fucking... what's, like, the smartest dog? My god, it's a sheep-herding dog. It's a sheep-herding dog. It's so cute. Why am I blanking on the name? It's, like, one of my favorite animals. I would love to own one, but I couldn't exercise it enough. Not a husky. A border collie. Yeah, motherfuckers will buy border collies because they think they're cute, and then they keep them in an apartment 6 stories up in the city. And it doesn't exercise, and then it fucking misbehaves, and they wonder why. I'm like, yo, that dog's meant to be nonstop mentally and physically engaged. Those animals are bred to be, like, on the go and ready all the time. And you're using it as, like, a show dog. Like, that times 10 now with an ape, I would assume. Like, I'm guessing an ape's probably pretty active.
The sourcing is brutal. Babies here are taken by either killing the mother and or breaking up and scaring away the troop. But it's messy because long-tailed macaques aren't just pet market animals. Globally, they're actually a major biomedical commodity. Between 2008 and 2019, an estimated 450,000 were traded internationally, mostly exported out of Southeast Asia to labs in the US, Europe, and China. I think it's kind of a justifiable evil. But it means that there is a legitimate market for it.
Oh, to, like, test medicines on them and shit?
Jatinegara, though, is mainly domestic pet trade. And it keeps going through this legal omission. Indonesia protects species listed under its 2018 regulation. And that regulation does not include long-tailed macaques. They're not considered protected and an endangered species. The IUCN, though, did move them to endangered in 2022. But the IUCN is not law here. It's kind of like a warning light. And the regulation just has not been updated yet. So shutting down these markets is hard, unless authorities can prove specific permits or quota
Or
violations.
just smoking cigarettes in its face.
Or obvious cruelty just exists. And I find this a little bit strange, because a little bit further north in the south of Thailand, there is a monkey trade that's getting a ton of international pressure.
The brand Shako is accused of using monkey labor to pick the coconuts.
And that is getting cracked down on hard. And after checking it out, I find it a little bit more justifiable.
What's more justifiable? The fact that it's getting cracked down on, or the monkey usage to pick coconuts is less immoral?
These monkey schools in southern Thailand, in Surat Thani, run on a straight-up curriculum.
Do you think monkeys are sentient? I think all animals are conscious, but not in the same sense that we are. There's levels to it. Like, a chicken is not as conscious as a pig is not as conscious as an ape isn't as conscious as a human. Why? I mean, it's the levels of brain structure and perception that they have. Like, bugs are obviously not as sentient as humans are, but I mean, they're still conscious because they have experience. Like, consciousness is divided into a multitude of things. It's like, you know, memory, the capability to recall information, the ability to communicate, express emotions, and feel emotions, which many animals, basically all animals, are able to do. Feel pain, and, like, a few other things like reason, you know, like humans can reason, or I guess complex understanding of things like dolphins, elephants, whales, where they can mourn. There's like a million categories that determine how sentient something is. Like, yeah, crows and ravens, somebody said in chat, very smart animals. I believe a crow, I don't know which one's smarter, a crow or a raven, but I think one of them has the intelligence of like a 6-year-old, which is like crazy. Border collies are like the intelligence of like 4-year-olds. And it's also divided into a few other things as well. Most people perceive cats as smarter than dogs, but cats are more individual creatures that are more critical thinkers, but less socially aware, right? They have different skills in different areas. You perceive cats as smarter because they're kind of like solo creatures that are capable of, you know, doing things on their own. But dogs, on the other hand, are very good at social understanding and emotional understanding and things that cats can't do.
Oh, hello, Swadika.
Wait, this is like the classes. Oh, so they have 5 classes on how to teach a monkey how to pick a coconut?
5 classes, 10 days each.
They have to fucking be able to determine the difference between a ripe and an unripe coconut and then tie a knot. I can't even do that.
Apparently is all they need.
Oh, hello, Swadika.
At least in the school. From there, they go into this kind of like apprenticeship program of training on actual coconut groves.
We have a good 30, 40 monkeys behind us at this Thai monkey training school. That's where a lot of these kind of like monkeys end up. They're actual working creatures. And here in Thailand, they still have, as you can see, ridiculously tall coconut plantations. They haven't all been swapped out for the sort of...
You really think it's cheaper to train a monkey to do it than get like a machine to be able to do it?
Dwarf coconut trees you see elsewhere. So monkeys like this, they're...
Honestly, maybe. Because the shape of the coconut, if all coconut trees were 25 feet tall and had an angle leaning 20 degrees, you could get a machine to adapt to that. But since they all grow differently and ripen at different times, probably is easier to get a monkey to be able to do it. How would a machine even do that efficiently? That's what I'm saying. Like, certain machines are only able to do certain farming efficiently, right? That's why, like, human farmers still, like, pick blueberries. But, like, you could have a machine do corn. And when Canadians find a dead alien. I mean, is this going to be like a fucking... There's no... Okay, they're not... You're not going to actually be able to convince me that that is a real alien. Dead or alive, that just looks like a bulbous figurine. A bad prop. That one looked more real. I just fully... I fully think that anybody that claims to have found an alien and that alien is a bipedal creature with a bulbous head that looks like E.T. and they drive a saucer UFO is a fucking scam. I mean, yo, great way to, you know, actually disguise yourself as an alien is to just, like, pan into the stereotypes, but, like, I'm not going to believe that. 1992.
Over a decade ago, a very strange video emerged on the internet. It shows a recording of photographs taken in 1992 in Quebec, Canada. Those photographs depict what appear to be a short, naked corpse of a gray alien. What is also mysterious is how little...
If it has a dick, I'm not believing it. I'm putting that right now. If it has the same reproductive organs we do, nope. Nope. Or if it's smooth, that's also another thing. I need to see some weird, like, bulbous thing popping out of its, like, right shoulder that it uses to, like, reproduce.
Information exists on this case. And so,
ain't no way an alien penis is a thing.
Did a deep dive. The footage itself is one...
Almost every animal has genitalia on Earth. Almost every animal on Earth, right? And to say that I've said this a million times. So, you know, if you watch a lot of my content, it sounds like I'm beating a dead horse here. If you are an alien from another planet, light years away, tens, hundreds, thousands of light years away, and you make your way to Earth and die, I'm already questioning your intelligence. Like, how the fuck did you even get... You died? You died. You were capable of getting from thousands of light years away, right? Something that would take us, you know, millions of years to fucking get to. Like, with the current technology we have. They're able to get here in an instant, in one life. And then they die in the snow in Canada? That's already sketchy. And then on top of that, you evolved and developed, you know, maybe some level of consciousness perception on another planet. Say it's in the Goldilocks zone. You're not going to be bipedal. Why would you look like us and have 5 fingers and fucking all this other shit?
1 minute and 21 seconds long. It was uploaded by the YouTube channel called Étrange Videos in 2008.
That is a wooden doll. That is a wooden doll.
And again in 2013. And also included detailed comments from the uploader, giving context on its origin and claiming to be the one who did the recording. In total, there are 10 photographs of the corpse, and 3 other pictures to provide context. The first one is a depiction of greys from an abduction account in a book, including the Charles Moody case from 1975. The second is a title screen saying Hiver 92, l'Annonciation, which translates to Winter 92, and l'Annonciation being a municipality in Quebec, Canada. The third picture is a map, with the location of the finding, Riviera Rouge. The last picture...
Where's the body? The government might have taken it.
Curiously, is a drawing.
What are the Canadians going to do with an alien?
Or rather, a petroglyph from Uzbekistan, showcasing what appears to be a luminous man. It was used by Eric von Daniken, specifically in his book Chariots of the Gods. Von Daniken is best known for his books on alien influence on early human...
Was God an astronaut? Bro.
Civilization, more commonly known as the ancient alien hypothesis, which is likely why it was included in the footage. The uploader, claiming to be the person who recorded this and uploaded it to YouTube, provided detailed context for where he or she got these photos from and their attempts at making them public. The uploader writes, "In the winter of 1992, while I was living in Montreal, a friend of my former roommate came to our apartment to show us some strange photos. These showed what appeared to be a creature of unknown origin, an extraterrestrial biological entity, or EBE, apparently lifeless. discovered by a snowmobiler or perhaps...
I'm cutting off its hand and keeping it. What? If I find a dead alien, I will... bro, if I find a dead alien, yeah, sure, I'll let the government know. I'm hacking off its arm and putting it in a box to be like, this is an alien's hand. Well, I'm going to show you a fucking 240p image and be like, yeah, this is a dead alien we found in the woods.
Too, in a field or wooded area not far from the road.
They'll mind wipe you? You think they have that? Dude, I mean, that's a hypothetical I've ran through multiple times, chat. Alien UFO crashes in your backyard. You know? What are you doing? Right? I'm going out with a weapon, but I'm gonna be kind of like half on the offense, half on defense. I'm gonna be like kind of peaceful, like, you know, just no, I'm not aggressive, but I'm ready, you know, in case they try to lunge at me or something. I don't know what disease it has, so I might like wear a hoodie and go like this. Like poke it if it's dead. Like like roadkill. I'd call my friend first, actually. I'd get Chris to pull up. I'd get Chris to pull up. Then we would both go outside with hoodies on and poke it. See what it is. Take a few pictures of it. Probably take part of its body. Write a note to myself in case they Men in Black mind wipe me. Put that away. Then call. Who do you call? Who do you call? You'd probably call like the police and say that you found it. They wouldn't believe you. Saul, the Ghostbusters. Yeah, I call the Ghostbusters. Hey, I know this isn't really ghost related, but this is something that you guys are going to want to see. I call one of the original actors in the Ghostbusters movie.
This friend stated the photos were from his cousin and were taken in Riviera Rouge in La Annonciation.
Bro, but I just feel like the reason I wouldn't want to call the police is because if you found an alien and you call the cops, they're not roping you in on that shit. You know they're not. They're gonna barricade you in your house. They're gonna fucking rope that shit off and they're gonna say, fuck off. And they're gonna go deal with it themselves. They're not gonna help you, you know, or they're not gonna let you in on what they find. So I gotta be investigating some of that shit myself. I might put on gloves, you know, you don't know what fucking bacteria they got, like some brain-eating amoeba just living on their skin.
On Quebec, which is the circled place on the map. The snowmobiler, or one of them if there were more, retrieved a camera and began snapping photos. The other witnesses in the photographs arrived later by car. They then wrapped a cable or a rope under the arms of the corpse and used a branch to lift it up, hoping to avoid touching it.
That's smart. Oh my god, wait. No, this is making me believe it more. Because they don't want to touch it.
Strangely, they said they left the body out overnight, and when they returned the next day, it was gone, possibly taken by coyotes or other wild...
You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. They leave the body? I would camp that shit out with my life. See, now you lost me again. You got me, and then you lost me.
This anonymous uploader then writes, "We then asked him what he planned to do with the photos. He told us..."
I'm not mad if I go out that way either, you know? Like, if I see an alien, know there's alien life, intelligent alien life, and it gives me some disease and I die from it, I mean, I'm not happy, but like, you know, it's like at least you saw an alien.
He would try to contact someone in the field of ufology to try to solve the mystery. Before he left, I quickly grabbed my video camera and recorded the photos one by one. Later, this friend informed the uploader that he contacted Claude McDuff, an author in the field of ufology, and one who had written a book called...
I'd call Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'd email that motherfucker. I would just go live. I'd be streaming that shit on Twitch. Okay, I'm saying, if I wasn't on... I'd stream that shit on Twitch. Are you kidding me? An alien, imagine the views. I don't give a fuck about the views. I'd be like, y'all better make sure they don't fucking Men in Black mind wipe me. You know? I'd be like, I'm not suicidal. I found this alien. You know?
The Trial of the Flying Saucers, which was an investigative
And then I would also do some shit. Right, see, that's how I would prove that alien's real, so the government can't hide that shit. Because chat would be like, you're lying, that's not an alien. I'd be like, what do you want me to do? And you'd go like, poke it with a stick. And then it jiggles. And I go, see? You go, cut it open. I go, okay. I go get a kitchen knife. Walk back out. Some like weird pus fucking spews out of it.
Fiction approach to UFO sightings and encounters, focused primarily in Quebec, Canada, using
What? Okay, actually, chat, no. See, let me give you the hypothetical. I go live, and I'm, like, in the wilderness. It's, like, 2 in the morning. You're just, like, watching TV, you know, about to go to bed, and you just get a noti, and you're like, Joe Bartolozzi's live. That's weird. And you tap in, and I'm like... Guys, you need to see this. And it's like really low quality. It's like cutting in and out, right? It's cutting in and out. Like it's like 420p, like 10 FPS. You hear me, but like the video's low quality, and I'm like showing an alien, right? And I'm like videoing the alien, and I have like a big light spotlight on its body. Let's say it looks however you think an alien would look. What are you believing it, or you be like what question would you be to be like prove that's an alien? It's dead. It's dead. It's just in the world. It's dead. Its spaceship is also, like, mangled on fire in the woods. Pick it up. You'd say pick it up. Open its mouth. Ooh. That'd be scary, though. Because what if it was still alive? Like a deer. You think it's dead, it starts kicking. Cut it open, lick it. Bro. Eat it? What? Nah. I feel like actually, dude, there would be some cornball that would send me 300 bits and be like, how much for you to eat its finger?
and compiled eyewitness testimonies and accounts from the early 1970s.
How much for you to take a bite of it?
However, Macduff informed this friend to not go public or attempt to make any money with the evidence.
How much? There's no amount of money. There's no amount of money for me to be like, okay, yeah, sure, I'd bite the... Dude, what? You're getting a disease.
Because, as he saw it, it would almost guarantee being discredited and humiliated, possibly in a public way. In any case, we were very surprised by the former ufologist's conclusion. Not wanting to be taken for kooks or crackpots, we simply decided to keep it to ourselves, as a sort of secret. We showed the video privately to close friends with open minds, but not to the public. Like many witnesses of unexplained phenomena, I also feared that if I showed the video to the public, people would end up mocking us. And so the tape was kept as a secret.
If my friend that I've known for years randomly goes, I saw an alien a few years ago, here's some photos, I would be annoyed that they didn't take the alien's body. Like, I would be mad at them. I'd be like, why would you not put it in a box and cover it in salt and try and preserve it in some way? Like, you left it outside.
In this friend group, and shown only occasionally to people who they trusted. However,
That's actually TOS. You know, if I got banned on Twitch for showing a dead alien, I think I'd be okay with that. I don't think I would be upset. I don't think Dan Clancy would be mad at me as well. If in this actual scenario, I think if I showed a dead alien and then I got banned, I would be like, you know, this is for the greater good.
Fast forward 17 years later to 2008. In October 2008, around 17 years after the photos came into my life, I finally decided to try my luck at solving the mystery. Lacking the equipment to convert the VHS of the EB...
Yo, how do you live a regular life? Like that, bro, that's like the worst thing that could happen to you. That's like... I always talk about how I would love to see an alien, and I still stand on that. But, like, logically thinking, you seeing Bigfoot, a Yeti, an alien, any mythical creature or scientific creature, if you saw that and then no one believed you, you would be the crazy guy that saw an alien. Like, you wouldn't be able to, like, just go to work the next day.
Photos into a digital file. I had to film the VHS footage with my digital camera by recording it off the screen of my tube TV. I then uploaded the video online through the video sharing site YouTube. Thanks to this format, anyone can remain anonymous, and by avoiding judgment, share their stories or discoveries in peace.
Lame.
From there, the video was briefly
Lame. Bro, I feel like I would just be like, this is an alien I saw.
picked up within ufology circles, but not to the degree that the uploader had.
Them being anonymous makes me think it's fake.
They write, to help witnesses come forward or encourage investigators to take an interest, I included the email address etrangevideos@yahoo.ca at the bottom of the video description on YouTube. Strangely, at first, only one Quebecois investigator came forward, a certain Mr. Morin from Avni, Quebec. He published the details of the case on his website, where I used the pseudonym Mr. R. In December 2008, a journalist from a local newspaper in Riviera Rouge wrote an article about the video. We stayed in touch by email, in case any witnesses pictured in the photos eventually came forward. In January 2009, I reached out to another investigator. However, he declined to investigate, mainly because the only proof I had was the VHS.
That's why you cut off its dick. Cut its dick off. They got whole museums about penises, bro. If you had its dick, they would be like, this isn't a dick of an animal I've seen before. Must be another creature.
2013, I received an email from a Mr. Garcia in Mexico who worked for a TV show called Tercer Milenio, or Third Millennium. He wanted a Skype interview.
You know they had a penis museum in Iceland and I didn't go? And I didn't know about that until recently, and I'm really upset about it. I'm really upset about it. Because I would have so gone to that. A museum where I just walk around, there's just a bunch of penises in jars from, like, varying animals. How interesting that would be. I think I need to go back just for that. I go back for 6 hours, go to the museum, leave. Why would you want to do that? Dude, more shit. Because it's like, there's idiots like that that are just fucking lying and saying they have something that they don't have.
To get an advantage on these extremely important tests. Now,
who trusts doctors? I get not wanting to trust one doctor, but if you go to 10 doctors and they all go, yeah, you're not autistic, you are a fucking jackass to go, no, I think I am.
Simple advantage is more time, which is scientifically proven to give a better result. They've run numerous double...
What's the ACT? Similar thing to the SAT.
Scientifically proven to give a better result. They've run numerous double-blind studies, and they find that 18 out of 20 times, even if the person has the same, they take both things, they'll get a higher score with the more time. So standardized starts to feel like the wrong...
I don't know. I feel like in my personal experience, if you get me more time on an exam, I'm not doing better. Because I'm never running down. If I don't know it, I don't know it. Like, I'm not going to be doing this fucking, room searching ass shit. Like, if I don't know the answer, I don't know the answer. I'm going to overthink it. Yo, actually, I think I might do worse if you gave me more time. Because if I'm sitting there for another 30 minutes, I'm going to go over all my answers and be like, I don't know, actually.
Wrong word here. Because running out of time is standard on the exam. And the exam is designed so you don't have all the time to do every question. And it gives you a huge advantage. The mom asks, won't schools find out? Won't schools know this is going on? Schools don't know. That's why you have to get the 100% bonus time or 50% multiple days. So what you can also do is you can get accommodation to take the test.
Do you need to write essays in the SAT or ACT? ACT, I have no idea. I never took it. The SAT, they have a writing portion that you can opt for. I did that once. It's like a side separate test that like some colleges want. And you take it's like the regular SAT, that's your score, and then there's another test that you do that you have to write
over multiple days, which means you could literally memorize a question you don't know the answer to, leave, go home, figure out.
I took the SAT, got a 980, and then enlisted into the Marines.
Out the answer, then come back another day. There's a current accommodation people are taking right now. That's let alone if you go to their testing center. The accommodations were meant to level the playing field, but what's happening is they're tilting the playing field towards those with money and access. And it's absolutely true. While these are diagnosed at normal rates at regular schools with middle income people, they are diagnosed extremely high among wealthy students. And they are getting a structural advantage on these standardized tests that allows wealth and privilege to have a so-called higher score that allows them to beat people out for these elite colleges. Many more students, especially the affluent, get extra time to take the SAT. And what's interesting is like, there's nothing scientific about the measurement of how much time you get.
Yo, SAT day, bruh. I am so happy I don't have to take that shit anymore, bro. Oh my God. I remember waking up. Dude, it was like nervous, bro. You pull up to the SAT, you're in a random ass room with no one you know, and it's just like you gotta lock in, bro. I feel like that's why I did better the last time, because the last SAT I took at a different school. I knew no one. I was in a room with random ass people. I felt like I was at the DMV, and I was just taking that shit. It makes you lock in, bro, I swear. Take the SAT somewhere where you're not comfortable. Just do both. See which one you do better at.
The test is balanced around a certain amount of time. How come like IBS is plus 50% or like ADHD is plus 100? Like there's no way to know how much time should be extra to be balanced. And so people just kind of get what they demand and what they push for. And so the power scaling gives you more, power scaling is the wrong word, but it gives you more, just a huge leg up and a way to not balance it. And I wanted to figure out like why this is happening recently, or like what was the timeline that got us here? And it started with, I think, really good intentions. So the truth is, this guy, Mark Brimehorst, in the year 2000, had a true disability. He had no hands. And so he needed extra time for the test. It was just required, okay? And so Brimehorst took...
They wouldn't give him more time and he had no hands. Are you fucking serious? Like, what a polar opposite. Bro pulls up, he has no hands. And they're like, nah, you gotta just take that shit, buddy. What the fuck? I'd be like, yo, I give this guy hours, bruh. Like, you know how hard it is to fucking fill in a bubble? No hands?
Extra time for the test. He got a good score on the GMAT. And then when it was submitted, they had marked it by saying the score is obtained under special circumstances. This is what they used to do. If you took extra time or you needed an accommodation, extra bathroom breaks, whatever, it would be fine. You get your score, but it would say this. It would just have a mark.
Wait, if you have IBS, you get more time on the SAT?
And he sued and said like that was a scarlet letter that was making him less appealing to colleges or what.
What's IBS? Irritable bowel syndrome.
Whatever.
What about alpha gal? I pull up. I can't eat mammal meat. I can't eat mammal meat.
Made his score seem less than, which I think is a fair point. Maybe people would...
They're like, okay. Do I get more time? No.
Would assume that there was something wrong with it. So once they got rid of this because of his lawsuit, that also got rid of the last barrier to being like, wait a minute, this is just better. And so rich people started to realize, wait a minute, I think there's a direct quote. The guy they caught on the phone, it was basically saying like, yeah, I mean, wealthy families have realized that it's a bonus for their kids so that they're behind if they don't do it. And so now it's like an arms race where wealthy families don't want their kids to fall behind. So they're finding ever increasing wilder accommodations and reasons to get them and spending money through the nose to make that happen. So again, like, look, some students with severe anxiety can take the ACT over 4 days, and diagnosing severe anxiety
over 4 days. How are you taking it over 4 days?
Is not like a universally agreed upon test. Do you know what I'm saying? Different psychologists can say different things, and some psychologists like money. There's just this huge advantage that's like building and building and building. This has been going on for years, but now it's getting so extreme that parents are starting to really freak out because, especially if you're like in that upper middle, you can't even afford to keep up with this race. You can't afford to pay all the different psychologists to try and keep up. Some of them have to spend $10,000 for a diagnosis. Or finding a gas.
Bro, it really is annoying too, because then even like your entry letter, like when you write a paper to try and get into a college, because you usually write a paper, like that's most colleges, you have to write a paper talking about something to get in. Like they're cheating on the SAT, so their SAT score is fucking skewed. And then they're probably paying somebody to write their own college paper. So like all of their entry requirements are just fabricated. Like, these colleges are letting students in that are actually fucking stupid. And it's like, now the kids that are on paper testing lower, but are in actuality smarter, are the ones that have to go to worse universities. So that actually is kind of, do you think that'll cause like a shift later down the line where like a lot of these like higher upper echelon schools actually end up having worse students and less credibility? Because, you know, if you look at this on like a 10-year span, if people keep doing this, then like the average Harvard student is actually going to be a lot dumber than they used to be. And then, like, state schools are actually going to be the ones that people want to go to because state schools are actually going to have the smartest kids.
Gastroenterologist to support requests for unlimited bathroom breaks. Again, unlimited bathroom breaks with a friendly proctor is basically a license to cheat. It's a license to go to the bathroom, take out your phone, check the question, then come back. It's a license to cheat. Everyone knows this. And so I asked, I mentioned this on stream, and I asked people if they had any stories of this, and I got a ton. I picked 2, I think. Some people have parents that like have pushed them into using this. Some people have legitimate ADHD, and they feel upset because they know other people are cheating with it, and it makes them feel like they're getting roped into that bucket. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people who are angry about it. This guy said, big glizzard, which you don't have to call me that in private or in public or ever. You said you wanted stories of SAT extra time, and boy, do I have some stories. I'm graduating today from a private high school in Boston, rich kid school. In my graduating class of 110 students, 25 receive extra time on College Board tests. They are not underperformers in normal class. Even our valedictorian got extra time. The school encourages it too. Like, we took our practice PSATs, the students who did not finish all the questions.
Oh my God, PSAT, what a fucking shit. What a stupid fucking test. I remember PSAT days, bro. You might as well just fuck off. Put A for everything and walk out. Like, what is a PSAT? It's a practice SAT. It doesn't count. They give it to, like, freshmen and sophomores because they're trying to prepare you to take the SAT junior and senior year. It doesn't matter. Unless you're like a high score, unless you're getting like top in the country, you get like scholarships and shit. Like if you get like a 1550 on the PSAT, you might end up getting like money to go to school. So like try in that sense. But like if you know you're going to get like 1,000, oh my God, it's just a wasted day. National merit, I got it. Ooh, we have a genius in chat. Oh, aren't you smart? Oh, aren't you a fucking genius? Oh, aren't you fucking so smart? I got like 1,000 on the PSAT. There was a kid in my class. That got like a 700 or like a 6 something on the PSAT. And no, like the teachers don't get mad at you because they just don't care. But I remember one of my teachers, because like in the PSAT, it's actually just like at your school and it's like proctored by your teachers. One of my teachers told the kid, he was like, dude, you did worse than the average guessing rate. Like you somehow got such a low score that it makes it seem like you knew the answers because you had to have put the wrong answer purposefully, because it's like not possible that like you could have just put A for everything and you would have done better.
They could qualify for extra time because it benefits the school to have a higher score. So even they're in on it, dude.
Like Miles Morales. Well, Miles Morales would get like a 0. Like, that's different. Like, if you get a 0 on a multiple choice test, you know the answers.
And so it's like a weird thing where wealthy schools are like helping kids towards these outcomes, which give them a structural advantage over regular people. I would like to make a bigger point. It's not just the SAT this applies to. It's all College Board tests like the PSAT and AP test.
Yeah, it's also fucking gaining info on you, dude. I remember taking the PSAT. Oh, my God. They would give you like a fucking 9-page quiz on your fucking life. Were your mom and your dad in your life? What education did they receive? What job do they currently hold? Blah, blah, blah. It's like gathering info on you to try and like pinpoint like just groups of people of like, oh, if your parents happen to be college grads, this is going to associate like to you having a higher test score or something like that.
If you do well enough on the PSAT, you can get full rides to some state colleges. I did that for ASU, by the way. Cha-ching. One of my best
PSAT, you get full rides. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Best friends.
But you have to do really well on the PSAT to get a full ride.
A egregious example of a student who gets extra time and really shouldn't. We took 12 AP classes together. He was always a top 3 scorer in class, yet on test day, he gets 50% more time. For AP tests, timing is what makes them hard. Like I get another 10% correct if I had enough time. And this is proven, by the way. So math.
Yeah, AP tests actually, more time is useful. AP tests, you're fucking, dude, you get like 5 minutes, dude. Answer a question. Move on.
Mathematically, your score goes up by like an average of, it's like 5 to 7, something like that, if you get 50% more time. Just being able to review your answers on math questions with more time, you can just take the answers, the multiple choice answers, and reverse engineer them to find them out. You have more time to do that. You can guess and check. On reading questions, you get more time to like really study the material. I want to be...
Dude, I remember I got a 650 on both. I remember like usually if you have an SAT, you could get a max of 800 points on reading and 800 math, and usually like some people are better at one than the other. I got dead even. I remember I got 650 on both.
Absolutely clear. My friend does not have ADHD or any other medical need for extra time. He does, however, have a prescription for Adderall, which he sells. So look, I mean, this is.
Are you allowed to take Adderall? Like, is that, dude? I feel like that's kind of like not cheating. Like, if you don't have a prescription for Adderall, wouldn't taking Adderall and then walking into the SAT kind of be like cheating?
The shit we're seeing, bro. It's like
a performance enhancing drug.
Boots on the ground, students are seeing this unfair application of the rules. You mentioned if someone has a story about ADHD to message you on Discord. I'm late, but I'm 29 and I was diagnosed with ADHD, dyslexia, and auditory processing issue when I was 13 or 14. Okay, had to go doctors when I was 8. My family was in a situation where they could afford the evaluation. Even after getting my diagnosis, it took longer to get meds, and my high school admission wouldn't let me take honors or AP classes because of disabilities. This is an example of a person I wanted to include who was like, they legitimately have it, and this whole cheating around it has made it harder for them to get legitimate belief. When I have mentioned that I have my learning disability, I get 1 of 3 responses. 1, people say, yeah, I think I am too. People tell me, no, I'm not, because I
Oh my God.
don't act like someone with a disability. Or 3, how did you get your diagnosis so I can get meds? I agreed they're overdiagnosed, and it's frustrating because now people think where I am because I faked my symptoms. There are always people in school that try to buy it and get meds somehow, but I feel like now it feels like it's everywhere. Sorry, I rambled. Well, you have ADHD, so don't worry about it. Anyway, this is what we're seeing. It's crazy. And on top of this, there's been an increase, not just in like this structural wealthy advantage where you get more time if you can lean on a psychologist, but there's been an increase in the SAT of actual cheating, like legitimate straight up cheating. Now, when I was a kid, a movie came out called The Perfect Score.
Dude, especially with like AI and shit now, I feel like there's gotta be like different ways people cheat. Like when I took the SAT, the most you could do is have like formulas pre-booked into your TI-84. Like your calculator, you could like pre-prepare, like you could pre-cook in certain shit. Somebody use AI glasses to cheat? Yeah, maybe like meta glasses. That's so obvious. I feel like meta AI, bro. You pull up your own Ray-Bans. Hey, why are you wearing those? Oh, I'm sensitive to light. Hey, Meta. Sorry. Hey, Meta.
15 people, 8 hours to make 100 items. How many hours will it take 6 people working at the same rate to make half as many items?
Dude, it's like impossible.
3 little letters. And it's all about how a bunch of students hate the SAT so much they decide to steal the answers from the college board. They sneak in, steal the answers to try and...
Well, that's the... I remember, dude, you could get into, like, the real, like, nitty-gritty stuff. The SAT's different, obviously, every time you take it. But there's certain SATs that, like, tend to be easier than others. Is that still the way that it is now, chat? I have no idea. I remember when I took that shit, it was like they have, like, there was, like, 4 seasons of SATs. Like, you could take an SAT in, like, October or something. And there's, like, certain dates that it's, like, I think it was, like, October and, like, June were like the ideal dates to take the SAT.
And I remember watching this as a kid. I saw this in theaters, and I was like...
Yeah, I remember people saying fall. Like, October was the best.
Damn, that sounds great. Well,
just react and don't talk? Oh, sorry.
Nowadays, you don't even have to do that because the SAT has gone digital, and people are finding much easier ways to cheat than what you need with Captain America, when you need for a movie, dude. As of March 2024, this is relatively recently, the SAT switched from being only paper to now digital. And it turned...
Oh, you fuckers. Are you serious? SAT offered digitally? Yo, colleges got to stop using this shit to fucking invite people. I would be cheating on that. No problem. What? What's that shit? Lockdown. Bro, yo, you took a test. Y'all remember COVID, bro? Motherfuckers, it was so easy to cheat. It was so easy to cheat. And then teachers found lockdown browser. Lockdown browser was like a nightmare. Yo, actually, I'd be taking a asynchronous class in college. Hey, we use the lockdown browser for all our exams. Lockdown browser records all of your I had a 2-monitor setup. It fucking blanks, turns off your fucking left monitor. I'm so serious. Lockdown browser is like a cop standing right next to you while you're fucking taking a test. It turns off my left monitor, records my screen, has your camera and your mic rolling, and you have to do like a test. You have to like film yourself before you start it.
From being only paper.
That shit was terrible.
To now digital. And it turns out once the SAT is administered on laptops and you can bring your own laptop, people have found many, many, many ways to cheat. And not only to cheat, but to steal the questions out of
the environment checks. Yeah, you'd have to go like this. You'd have to go and like you'd have to show everything around you. I'm like, dude, there's guaranteed people that have like a friend or like some sort of notebook just like sitting, and they do the environment check and just like happen to leave like a small segment out.
The testing and get it out to the public. For example, time zone cheating. People take the test in one time zone.
I would tape paper on my screen. Oh my God. Yo, because you don't have to show your monitor. You have sticky notes all over your monitor.
Upload the questions, and people in a later time zone have all the answers before they're.
You're taking a test with Lockdown Browser using Meta AI glasses. It starts beeping white. You're like recording, getting fed answers.
Test begins. This is happening. Sites in China are selling test questions. So people get money from uploading real legitimate questions, and you can find them. I checked it out.
Oh, sorry. Before I start this Lockdown Browser, I'm just letting you know, I have a grandma named Meta that I always have to talk to. Hey, Meta, are you okay? I was just wondering, do you know how many cells tend to be in the human body?
It wasn't that hard to find. I was able to find this in no time. These are SAT exams. These are questions you can find online.
Wait, I kind of want to try and do one of these.
These are SAT exams.
Oh, fuck. Wait, lock in. Real quick, I zone in. I'm telling you, I get it right. Based on the text, how would the author of text 2 most likely describe the view presented in text 1? No, never mind. I'm over it. That just brought me back. That brought me back to me taking the SAT during Prime Fortnite and just getting off track in my brain nonstop and being like, oh, fuck. Just zone out, dude. That was the worst. The math portion was so much easier to lock in. This shit, dude, you're going, the California Department of Water Resources reports that agriculture accounts for 29% of all water use during a wet year. During a dry year, the figure more than doubles, claiming a staggering 61%. In contrast, urban water use ranges from 8% during a wet year to 11%. No, oh my God, it's the most boring shit ever.
SAT tutors have sounded the alarm. It is a multi-year breach of active.
It's B. Wait, you guys are just doing it while I pause.
The testing in the room has gotten
Meta
even more advanced. So I found my old TI-83 graphic. That's how old.
TI-83. Holy shit, Unc. Brandon Ewing.
Hold on, I have an 83, not an 84. It says Brandon Ewing on the back. I found this. I pulled this out. This is the exact one
I don't even know if I have my TI-84 anymore. That's like a thing you keep because you're like, oh, that's an expensive ass calculator. But I'm like, when am I ever going to need that?
Used when I took the SAT. Well, nowadays, you can buy one of these. You can hollow it out and change the inside software to ChatGPT.
Bro,
and then you can buy this shit on eBay for $349. And it looks like a TI-84, but it has AI in it. And you can use it to solve your fucking problems. The level of cheating is getting absurd, dude.
Well, and it used to, here's the thing, bro, like, it could show the work now, too. That was, like, the hardest thing, was, like, classes like physics, on, like, homework, you can't just write an answer. You have to you would have to hand in your notebook, and you would have to show your work, like, how you arrived at that versus just the answer. And now AI, it enables you to show that as well. Like, earlier cheating when I was in high school, you could look up the answer, but it wouldn't tell you how to do it.
So much.
So you couldn't just write down like 34. Like you had to know, you had to be like, why is it that?
Cheating is now going on in the SAT the digital change that non-students have now been banned from taking it. This is true. So many people, you know, primarily because the profit you can get from selling at the Chinese websites, were taking the SAT for fun and then stealing the questions. And they have now banned everyone but students from taking it. They're trying to crack down. It's a war that's tough to do, but that's what they're trying to do. You know, to sum all this.
Unless you're a student, you're not able to take the SAT anymore. Bro, that like gets rid of the funnest fucking fantasy football punishment. You get last in fantasy, you have to go fucking take the SAT. Yeah. Dude, the funniest shit was like the video of like a grown ass man, he's like 35 walking into a high school to go take an SAT. And then it's like, the way you make it better is if you get last in fantasy, you have to go take the SAT. And if you get below a certain score, you have to do another punishment.
What's up, man? I want
So
you to
like
know
there's motivation to actually try.
that, like, if you are somebody who feels like this feels unfair to you, that you are a regular person who's getting pushed around by either unwillingness to cheat or wealth and power or wealthier schools, you should simply do what these guys did in the movie, which is don't cheat, but be super hot and end up as superheroes. Because that's what they did. They just, the end of the perfect score is they decide not to cheat. The whole movie, they steal the answers and they throw them away. Then they get a bad score and then they become... It's simple. It's a simple solution. If you have more stories of this and you're watching this on Big A Clips, leave it in the comments. I'm interested in finding out what your lived experience.
Bro, this was an interesting ass video, genuinely. Well, let me move back over. As a law student, I can 100% confirm disability comms are getting egregiously abused, or grievously abused. I was shocked walking into the first final, that of my 90+ person torts section, there were less than 50 people in the room with me when I took my final. The rest, never half the class, at a good ranking law school with pretty strict admission criteria. Yeah, it's also like, it's like, how is that allowed? Like, like, especially for something like a bar or like a big law school exam, like, you can't have half the class be getting more fucking time. All right, chat, count me down. Diagnosed sociopath explains life without empathy, guilt, or remorse.
So no, I've never wanted to kill cats. And I'm going to be specific there, not cats. There are things I've done in my childhood, but never to cats.
Like killing other animals? What do you mean? Like other animal cruelty, but so dogs? Well, I'm assuming it just means any animal that isn't a cat. How do you get diagnosed as a sociopath? Do you just go to a psychiatrist and say that you're suspecting that you have, you know, sociopathic tendencies? Because you don't just go to a doctor and they say that. I'm assuming you have to, like, go at a younger age or maybe early adulthood when you're, like, suspected of it.
What is your personal definition of a sociopath? Well, to me, a sociopath is someone who has been diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder and has specific antisocial behaviors. I would say a sociopath is someone who does not have empathy, who does not have remorse, and doesn't have guilt. I personally don't think that there's...
Is that something that's genetic or developmental? Because I can't imagine a full lack of empathy. Like being unable to feel remorse or bad for somebody in a situation that's not your own. It's like a higher level of narcissism. Because narcissists could still feel bad for people or feel remorse. But it's like the step up.
Guilt, because it's just a useless emotion.
And the clinical diagnosis.
Guilt is a useless emotion.
Anxiety for guilt, because it's just a useless emotion.
And the clinical diagnosis,
Yeah.
Does that differ from that?
Sociopathy is not a medical term. So when people talk about it, it's usually informal. I know I use it informally. It doesn't have it is not in the DSM. You need to be diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder, which is characterized by a lack of empathy, guilt, and remorse. A lot of people claim to be sociopaths, and they think, oh, I've done bad things before. Am I a sociopath? And the answer is no. Most of you still have empathy, guilt, and remorse, and what people like to call it conscience. We don't have that.
But is that a lack of emotions as a whole? Like, how do you not have empathy but still feel sadness, grief, and happiness? To me, it feels like an all or nothing thing, no? I'm not disagreeing with this. Like, I know this is like we're talking about like something that actually exists in today's world. I'm saying I'm confused personally on the idea that like you could feel like sadness or, you know, happiness, but not feel regret, remorse, guilt.
Are you born a sociopath or do you become one?
I just asked that. That's the fucking... Dude, I love that. That was a question. I was hoping that would be answered.
I'm in the firm belief that anyone with factor 1 traits, which is the callousness, the grandiosity, the glibness, the charm, that's all born. You're born with that. And that's where the distinction comes in between sociopathy and psychopathy. So psychopathy is based on the Hare checklist, which is the work of a clinical psychologist who is Canadian. And so there's a lot of traits that can be ascribed to factor 1 versus factor 2. So factor 1 is when you don't commit like crimes out of passion. You don't react out of heat, out of anger in the moment. You react out of coldness and a long calculated strategy. And that's what I believe I have. The thing is I'm...
That's like fucking terrifying. How do you have friendships if everything's like a cold, calculated response? Like, how do you have a social life? I know it's like sociopaths have antisocial behavior, but they put on a fake social, you know, outwardness, like an extroverted persona.
I'm not impulsive and reckless. I am when it comes to adventures. I am not when it comes to revenge and plots. I can spend a year, 2 years working on a plot to get back at somebody.
What? 2 years? 2 years getting back at somebody? Oh my God, what is this, war? Being like holding a grudge for that long? Holy shit. I don't think that's like coldness. That's like a deep-rooted like anger is how I would see that. I know it is more cold because like the level of calculatedness is like very long term. Like you're not going to have that emotion for such a long time. So it's seen as like a more neutral, just like numbness. I hate meal planning. Every time I go to the grocery store, I buy one of the same 4 things because it's what I know how to make. And I'm too scared to branch out because I don't know what I should get. I don't know what I should make. With HelloFresh, they make that process so much easier, not only by having the produce and meal kits delivered directly to your door, but also in conveniently packed meal kit prep plans that you're able to make in 30 minutes or less. All the ingredients are delivered fresh to your door with a simple, easy-to-use instruction packet on how to make the dish itself. I mean, look at the options. With endless new stuff every week, you're bound to find something that you're ready to enjoy. So check out HelloFresh and use my code JOEBFM at HelloFresh.com to get 10 free meals and free shipping. Free meals are applied as discount on the first box. New or returning subscribers only. Varies by plan. Sign up today. Use my code JOEBFM at HelloFresh.com or click the link in the description. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. And let's get back into it.
Do not get into fistfights. I do not get aggressive. I do not do things that will cost me my freedom, my life, and my social circle.
But then what the fuck are you doing for 2 years to get back at somebody? Like plotting the death of their grandmother? Like, I don't understand. Like, what in a long-term scale is revenge in a 2-year span? Like filter, like slowly inputting like higher doses of like mercury into their water or something? Like make them do something, sabotage? No, I feel like it'd be like, you're like slowly implementing like mercury into their water so eventually they die. Like, I don't understand.
How can you spot a sociopath? The funny thing is, people think sociopaths are going to be scary in person, that they're, you know, there's a distinction between them and other people. The truth is there really isn't. What I notice in a fellow sociopath is the eyes. The eyes are pretty soulless. If you see me get angry, you will see my eyes become soulless. But I personally had to teach myself how to blink more often because I was freaking people out. And so...
What? She had to tell herself to manually blink more?
That's something that you will notice. The ability to hold eye contact for as long as possible. Usually because we don't have the same strength.
Ooh, I be darting away, dude. I can't keep eye contact that long. In conversation. I'm not gonna, like, not look at you ever. But, like, okay, say we're having a conversation. Hey, how are you doing? Yeah, so the other day I was just, you know, I was on the street and I passed this one guy and he didn't really, like, look at me in the way that I thought he would. And so it's like you kind of, like, dab back and forth. You know, you look away, you look at your surroundings, you look back. You look away, you look at your surroundings, you look back. When they're talking, I look directly at them as a sign of respect. But when I'm talking, I won't look into your eyes the whole time. Because when somebody's talking to you, you look at them to show that you're paying attention. That's a level of respect. Is like, if I'm talking, you look at me, because when you're looking at me, you're saying I'm obviously paying attention to what you're saying. But if I'm talking, I'm not going to stare you down. You have autism. I've never been tested. I'm fairly certain I don't have autism. I am unable to look at people in a conversation for extended periods of time. Like, I would not stare at you.
People were also very calm in tough situations, and we're calm when we even get like almost hit by a car, like I was the other day. My heart rate did not go up at all. So when you notice someone who is exceptionally calm, exceptionally good in stress, it's highly likely that they could be a sociopath.
Well, that's what John Kiriakou, the CIA whistleblower, was saying. He said the people they want for the CIA have sociopathic tendencies.
Do you have friends? I'm a sociopath. I'm not like a serial killer, okay? Of course I
All right, well, we started this video by saying you kill animals that aren't cats, which is very vague.
have friends. Like, do you think I'm like AI or something? I have so many friends. I've had long-term friends. I've had people who I find to be disposable. And so
yeah, but I feel like she never has a true friend. The way that she's explaining it is like a sociopath would never be able to have that deep-rooted connection with somebody. Like in the Aristotle sense of like utility friends, and then, there's like, she has friends that have purposeful, relationships with her where it's like, hey, we're coworkers. I need you to be my friend so we can help each other with this. And then she has friends that she enjoys hanging out with. But it's like, the way that she's describing herself emotionally makes it seem like she could never have like a deep understanding connection-wise with another person.
I've had people who I find to be disposable, and so I'll get rid of them when they stop having a use. But my real friend...
Okay. See, like that, like that's crazy. Like, the way that she's describing disposable friends, the average person would just say, they're my acquaintance. Like, I have people that are acquaintances where we are friends due to circumstance, but I would not be like, you're a disposable friend when you're no longer of use to me. I would get rid of you. I feel like that's a very cold take.
Who are within the core, they get the best friendship imaginable. Like, I will do anything for these people, but...
Yeah, Loki, having her on your side would be awesome.
Where you'll lose me is consistency. And so whoever falls off based on that, I understand. I'd be annoyed too.
But it's not a deep-rooted friendship. She's never going to be, like, I understand she's saying, like, she'll be there for you, but it's like, if you're a sociopath, you don't have a sense of empathy, you don't have a sense of care, and you're unable to do that. When your friend goes, hey, I need help moving in, all my other friends are busy, my mom just died, and I have to move out because I can't afford rent at this place, no part of you is going to be like, okay, I need to be there for this person. You would just, maybe from a calculated sense, you're like, this is valuable to me to help this person in this scenario. But that's more of like a personal gain sense than like, I actually just want to help this person because I feel bad for them,
What do you look for in a friend?
I like someone who is going to be loyal, who will not generally start fights or create a hierarchy within the friendship circle. I don't like hierarchies in those social settings. I need someone who is willing to be there for me at 2 a.m. like I'm there for them at 2 a.m.
See, but that doesn't seem like sociopathy. Like, if she's there for somebody in their times of need, she is showing a true caring for somebody outside of her own individual interests.
What percentage of the population has ASPD? I believe it's approximately 1 to 4% of the population has ASPD. And
what is ASPD? Antisocial personality disorder, chronic mental health condition characterized by long-term pattern of manipulating, exploiting, or violating the rights of others without remorse. So statistically, let's say it's 2%. 222 people in this chat show forms of sociopathic tendencies.
And I would say it's probably more than that because women are very underrepresented, and that's probably because our acts are not usually violent because we are small. We don't have the same advantages of men in that domain.
Is there an even gender split?
No, absolutely not. Men are far more likely to be sociopathic. Men are far more likely to be psychopathic. Men are far more likely to be violent, to be aggressive, and to have the physical size in order to assert that dominance, whereas women just don't have that. Best way of dealing with a sociopath. Okay, so this depends on whether you are dealing with a bad sociopath who you want to get rid of versus someone you want to keep. So if you want to get rid of a sociopath, what you have to do is become exceptionally boring. We cannot tolerate.
What? So you have somebody that like likes you and you don't like them back, and they're like a sociopath and they won't leave you alone, so you just become boring and then they'll leave.
We honestly cannot tolerate boredom. So the minute you start being less interesting to us, we'll lose. Like, we'll drop you. You could become very needy, very clingy, very dull, ugly, gain some weight. That sort of stuff will make us lose interest in you.
All right, well, I'm not going to get fat.
Do most of the things in your home autonomously.
It'll wipe my ass. That's what hey, I want Neo to wipe my ass. That's what I want Neo to do. I don't want to, no, I want Neo to wipe my ass. That's what I want Neo to do. Well, what the fuck? Neo's going to do everything in your house. Can Neo walk upstairs? That's a question. Do you think they've answered that? Is Neo a one-floor type of guy, or is he able to move room to room? If there's a lip on the ground, is he going to fall, or what's happening there? Yeah, he can. I really don't. I doubt Neo could walk upstairs well. I bet Neo falls down the fucking stairs.
The quality of that work will vary. And will
the quality of that work will vary. What would you use him for? He said he could do most things in your house. He can't cook. He could clean. I'll give him that. He could fetch items. He could organize things. I mean, that's it, bro. Like, he's not going to do your laundry. Even the cleaning's limited. He's not going to be able to fucking do your laundry and fold. I mean, like, maybe the dexterity could be there, but that would be hard. Doing your laundry. Wow. Neo could open a door for me. You know what I do? I open the door. I'm holding all the items in my hand. I open the door, and then I kick that bitch open. And then I fucking and then it falls back. I catch it on my shoulder. And then I side shimmy into. This is the dumbest thing I think I'm going to see in the next week. This is like a really shitty Shark Tank pitch. There's literally going to be somebody in a warehouse in like fucking Sweden or somewhere random across the world controlling your robot through a VR headset. No one. How many people do you think buy these when they come available in 26? I think people buy them because it's just like, I think that YouTubers will buy them for videos. And I think there'll be like Linus Tech Tips or fucking some shit. Like, I think 4 YouTubers buy it, and I think like 20 rich people. Because it's not rich people. Rich people aren't, like, who are they targeting? Because rich people aren't going to buy the robot. Rich people are just going to pay a motherfucker to cook, clean, wash shit, you know, fucking wipe their ass, do anything. They're just going to pay a fucking person to do it because they'll do it better.
It does not.
All right, we actually have well, I don't know. I think it's actually, it's quite peculiar. I think the robot's actually going to be available in the next, maybe 6 months. Elon Musk says that every 6 months. Every 6 months. Or in the next, maybe year, there's going to be another, we're going to have self-driving cars everywhere. And you're going to have a robot in your house that'll fucking referencing. This is just some whack-ass Jetsons idea. Like, why are we doing this?
Feels within reach. But I also couldn't shake flashes of Ex Machina.
Oh, it's dabbing. It's dabbing.
Do you have a name?
I'd rather it do the 6-7 emote. What product in my house could do something dangerous if it decided to do so? Was my toaster going to activate itself? The stove's just going to turn on. Most things, yeah, your Roomba's gonna turn malicious. My lava lamp, as I say that, boom, it just explodes. I don't think Neo's gonna be able to do it. I think Neo's a weak bitch. I don't think Neo. I really don't think Neo could pick up a dining room table and drop it on my fucking skull when I'm asleep. Because I think Neo weighs 60 pounds and he can't even fucking pick that shit. Bro, but I want him to, like, cut vegetables for me. That would be, like, that. Realistically, if I had this, like, an ideal robot, I would have it do my laundry and cook and clean. That's what I would want it to do. And then I'd also do, like, a bit where I'm, like, a drunk dad. Neo! Neo! Give me another beer. Give me another beer. Hurry. We're going to do more of what they want to do if they had this robot. I think they would be more like a bum. They always say that, like, they always go, hey, this is like a technological application. This is something that's supposed to make your life easier so you can do more of what you want to do. But people are just going to be more bum-like. Like, I truly believe WALL-E is where shit's going to go. Also, this robot did the 6-7 emote 5 fucking times in the span of a 9-minute video. But I think we're going towards, like, a WALL-E-esque future. Not in the sense that, like, people are just going to be, like, sitting in chairs doing nothing, but it's like, we're trying to give you more and more items so you don't have to do stuff. And it's not like, oh, so now I don't have to do this, and I'm going to actually go on a bike ride. I'm going to fucking pick up a hobby. I'm going to read. No, they're going to fucking spam scroll on short form media more, eat more like shit, get less done, burn less calories, and get fat. Like, that's what's going to fucking happen. Yo, you know a movie I'm hyped for? The new Hunger Games, but that's not coming out for like a year. Do they got the trailer for that? We'll watch that real quick too if they got it. Oh my god, they do. It came out 2 days ago. We're watching another trailer. Dude, it's about Haymitch's Hunger Games where there's twice as many opponents. I really believe that they could just fucking film slop Hunger Games movies over and over again, just going back in time or in the future or whatever, and just fucking, dude, literally just show random Hunger Games. Just be like, this was the 33rd Hunger Games. This was the 38th Hunger Games. This was the 10th Hunger Games. And just fucking show, like, make it a weird map, some crazy stuff. Maybe bring a character in that's like, you know, you love them, like you want them to win. But, like, not all just, you can't rave about District 12 every time. You know, you got, like, sometimes you gotta have a guy that's like in District 6 where he's like kind of a fucking, you know, Nepo baby, but he's also, like, humble about it. I haven't seen the think that, dude, having to stand around with your fucking name in a fishbowl just waiting for you to get pulled to get thrown into a death match is fucking horrifying. And the fact that, like, if you're broke and you fucking get, like, handouts for food, they put more of your fucking name in the bowl. Like, dude, it's a reverse raffle. It's literally a reverse raffle. Yo, sorry you're fucking dirt poor. We're going to put your name in this bowl 40 times. Everybody else does their name in it once. How many times did the one guy have his name in the bowl in, like, the first one? Wasn't it like 200 or some shit? It was like he had like a 40% chance of getting pulled. Yeah, no, it wasn't PETA. It was somebody. It was Gale. Yeah, Gale had like 80. It was like some absurd amount of. Dude, he's like, yeah, no. Hunger Games, bro, you haven't seen it. Mockingbird. Dud. Because I don't care. I know it's like the world building shit. I like the Hunger Games because I was like, damn, this is fucking crazy. Right? Like they're all getting thrown into like a death match. Mockingbird 1 and 2 where PETA's just like fucking strapped to a chair and he's like, ah! I'm fucking, it's so stupid. It's like PETA's crazy. Like, oh my God. Like, I will say Catching Fire was awesome. Catching Fire was the best one. The second one was, yo, chat, dead ass. Wait, twice as many tributes, so that means there's 48 people. Yo, it's cooked. 48 people, you have to be the one person that lives. Yo, it's just terrible RNG to get your name pulled when you're like 10. Like you insta lose, you know? Like if you're going to get pulled for the Hunger Games, you want to be on like the back end where you're like physically in shape. Why? Bro, because you're getting stoned to death. Imagine you're in the Hunger Games with like fucking Isaiah Pacheco or like 22-year-old Gronk, and you're 10. You're getting killed in the first 10 seconds. Like, it's only 12 to 18. Okay, change it. You're 18-year-old Zion Williamson going against a fucking 5th grader. You know, you betraying your own like fucking faction or like division. Because they always like team up. It's kind of like an unwritten rule that like you low-key don't kill like the people in your sector until like the very end. It's corny as fuck. She fucking blowing on her fingers for. What are you gonna go bowl a strike? You're about to run to a fucking cornucopia and get an arrow right into the back of the head. 3. Drying your nail polish, pretty bad time to paint your nails now. Probably the worst time you could paint. Yo, unfair cornucopia, bro. What? Why are they doing this on a hill? Unfair cornucopia, if I fucking come out of the ground and I'm running uphill, I'm gonna be like, nah, time out. Nah, actually, time out though. I would be like, no, put me like here. Because then you could just run straight towards it. Okay, no, actually, chat, you running towards the cornucopia or away? In this one, away. I think it depends on the environment too. Like this looks like you could oh god, it's just such open land. I think ideally like you climb a mountain, get a bunch of food, fucking just vibe out until there's like 10 people alive.
That's the 50th Hunger Games!
Like that's a weak ass run. You're running for your life? You're running for your life, bro? Looks like you got a bag of bricks on your back. Oh my god. I feel like I would be hauling ass. Hauling ass towards that shit. Like, pushed over or you pushed somebody else over? Oh, you got pushed over. Rip. I will say, like, we know Haymitch wins, though, so isn't that kind of lame? Well, the main character, I don't want to say this is definitely what would happen, but, like, all the people in the Hunger Games that didn't want to be there would be so viscerally upset that, like, there would have to be a level of gore that would be unwatchable. You know what I mean? Like, all the Hunger Games, like, rich people in the Capitol, like, really want to see these kids kill each other. And, like, yeah, sure, maybe, like, an arrow to the head. They're like, oh, that's entertaining. Dude, imagine you just, like, literally mangle somebody. Like, they're not going to watch that. Like, they would turn away. They'd be like, oh, this is disgusting. The books have so much gore, it's wild. Bro, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't think they would actually watch that. Like, if you, like, cut somebody's head off and put it on a fucking steak. Dude, you'd probably get, like, donations for that, actually. I'm gonna turn on what I just said. I think if you were that fucked up, the rich people would give you better stuff so you would win the game. Like, if you would maybe have, like, a part of the audience that would be like, oh, that's disgusting. But, like, if you, like, cut some guy's head off, they'd be like, oh, that's awesome. Let's send him stuff. The Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping. I don't know if I like that title. Only in theaters, November 20th. So less than a year. 362 days. This seems much more colorful than the other movies. There's a strange tension, unused to it. I love it. Bro, I want one that's like, I don't know. Did you guys like the most recent one? Like the first Hunger Games? I like the lore. Number 1, too much singing. Number 2, not really like entertaining. Like the one part where in the first game, the big ass guy smashes that girl's head in with a fucking stone and just goes, now we're even. Leave. That shit was like, I remember being like 10 years old watching that in theaters, just being like, just like befuddled. Anyways, spoilers. Bro, that movie came out so long ago. When did the first Hunger Games come out? 2012, bro. Yeah, I was 10. It seems like it came out later, no? I feel like I was watching the Hunger Games in high school, but bro, like I was in elementary school, man. Block in chat. First video of the day.
Calls you back to the mirror. You glance at it once more. You see yourself again. fully this time. Then for a blink, 2 of you, and then it's just you again. What do you do? Option A, cover the mirror with a towel. Option B, take a photo of it. Option C, touch the glass. Or option D, pretend it didn't happen.
Not D. There's 2 of me. I'm going to cover the mirror or take a photo. I'm going to cover the mirror. I'm not touching the glass.
So the correct answer here is option A, cover the mirror. So the reason this is the right answer is because mirrors are psychological vulnerabilities.
Yup, knew that. Next.
For a reason. It gives them invitation. And option D, ignore from outside. Slightly better. And then you hear something. Low. From outside. A growl. You look out the window. 2 dogs.
I growl back.
Are across the yard. One stares up at your window. The other is tense, ears flat. They don't bark. They don't blink. And then, both bolt into the trees. What do you do? Option A.
2 dogs are across the yard. One stares at the window. The other is tense and ears are flat.
Ignore it. Dogs are random. Option B. Watch where they run. Option C. Close the blinds. Or option D. Move to a room without windows.
Bro, what? This is getting so hard. She said it was going to get harder, but now I have no idea what to do. I see 2 dogs in the yard. One of them's looking at me, and the other one's tense, and then it runs into the trees. Dogs are random, ignore it. Watch where they run, close the blinds. Where they run, they're running away. That's stupid. Dogs are random, that's also stupid. Close the blinds or move to a room without windows. Move to a room without windows. D.
So the correct answer here is option B, watch where the dogs run. So the reason this is the right answer is because animals react to what we can't sense. In both real-world encounters and...
So why the fuck would I look where they're running? Would I want to look at what they're running from? Why would I go, where are they running? They're running somewhere safe. Why? I feel like I would be like, okay, well, they saw something they didn't like.
Supernatural door, dogs and cats often alert first. Their direction of escape tells you where not to go, and maybe where it is going next. Option A, ignoring...
What? Their direction of escape tells you where not to go. Wouldn't it tell you where to go? They're not running where it's going next. That doesn't make any sense, right?
Them is wrong because here you're just ignoring a warning system. Option C, closing the blinds is denial and blindness. You know something's going on. And option D, retreating to a blind room is also wrong because this just removes all visibility. You watch the dogs. They didn't bark. They just ran. Away from the gate. Past your house. Like they were avoiding it, or something near it. That means whatever scared them is close. It's watching. You move to the far room. Smaller. Fewer windows. Quieter. Until it isn't. A noise inside the wall. Scraping. Wet. Like something breathing through plaster. It moves an inch at a time. Closer. What do you do? Option A, knock back, test if it responds. Option B, turn off all lights and listen. Option C, bang hard, scare it away. Or option D, leave the room quietly and lock the door.
Bro, why can't I have an option where, like, I stab a knife through the fucking drywall? Like, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm shooting through the wall. The sound seems to move closer an inch at the time. Knock back, see if it responds. Turn off the lights. Bang hard to scare it away. Leave the room quietly. Lock the door behind you. D. Get away from it. Kind of
so the correct
segment it
answer
away
here is
from
option
you.
D. Leave the room
Easy.
quietly and lock the door.
Easy. See, like, some of them are very predictable.
Banging the wall is wrong because the scrape doesn't follow. You close the door. You turn the lock. The house falls silent again. The air temperature drops. Your breath fogs. And then the charm around your neck burns once. Sharp. And then it goes cold. You turn around. There's someone in the far corner. Not moving. Knees pulled to their chest. A woman. Her hair falls across her face. You didn't see her arrive.
Dude, UFC fight. UFC fight. She's just in the room. I'm going, wham! Wham! Right to the jaw, dude. When I tell you I'm killing her instantly.
She whispers, "Don't let them in. They follow the lonely ones." And then she says your name. You never told her your name. What do you do? Option A, ask her how she knows you. Option B, back out of the room without responding. Option C, offer her the charm. Or option D, demand she proves she's alive.
Back out of the room without responding.
So the correct answer here is option B, back out of the room without responding. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're facing an unknown person who somehow knows your name. In this setting, that's a huge alarm bell. If it's a real...
How'd she even get in the room? It's not even that she knows your name. She's just like a random woman.
Out into the hallway. The door frame is cool against your shoulder as you pass through, and you shut the door. The whisper stops. Nothing follows. Then, through the thin wood, You hear the faintest flutter, like paper folding in on itself. You risk a glance through the crack at the bottom, and there's no shadow. No feet. No one. Only carpet. And dust. And then your phone buzzes. It's an unknown number. Not international. Local area code. You answer. And the voice that answers back is yours. You have to let me in. I'm still out here. They took my place. You don't remember speaking those words. You're holding the phone. You're sure it's real. What do you do? Option A, hang up and turn off the phone.
A.
Option B, say, where are you, and wait for a location. Option C, put the phone on speaker and keep listening. Or option
C.
D, say, I'm not home, and pretend you're somewhere else.
No. Don't put it on speaker because then that alerts them of your location. A.
So the correct answer here is option A, hang up and turn.
Because if you put that bitch on speaker, then they're going to yap. They don't know where you are.
Turn off the phone. So the reason this is the right answer is because earlier, listening quietly was smart because you were gathering intel about an unknown
Yeah, but
person.
now they in the
But
house.
here, this isn't a stranger trying to prove your identity. This is your own voice on the line telling you things that you've never said. That's not information, that's intrusion. Every extra second risks
Yeah, knew that.
long, slow footsteps.
Shut off the phone. Screen stays black. No signal. House is silent. Too silent. Faint sound in the hallway. Slow footsteps.
The figure doesn't knock now. It scratches. Long drags of nail across the wood. The frame groans. The lock trembles. You can hear voices now. Not one, several. Whispering your name from different directions. The front, the back, even the
Yo,
roof.
there's a pack of these motherfuckers coming for you. Oh, no. I thought it was one vampire.
Your clock reads 5:41 a.m. Dawn is close, but not here. You have to choose. Option A, bolt through the back exit. Option B, move upstairs
I use a UV light and shine it at the vampires.
to put more barriers between you and them. Option D, confront the door, brace it with your body in the charm. Or option D, open a window upstairs and call for help.
All right, so if I reach daytime, I'm chilling. Bolt through the back exit while they're still outside. My hangover's starting to kick in a little bit. Okay, so my head's pounding a little bit. I'm thinking about Advil. Adrenaline's rushing now. I'm a little dehydrated from the amount of drinks I've had at the bar. Slightly out of breath. I kind of have to poop. Bolt through the back exit while they're still outside. Move upstairs to put more barriers between you and them. Confront the door. Brace it with your body in the charm. Open a window upstairs and call for help. B.
So the correct answer here is option B, move upstairs and put more barriers.
Easy.
And option D, yelling for help, is him. So you climb the stairs, 2 at a time. The voices rise behind you, scraping, rattling, and then they fall silent. You bar the upper door. The first shaft of light cuts across the floorboards. When you risk a glance through the window, the street is empty. The house is silent now. No whispers, no scratching. Just the groan of old beams under the first light. Your clock reads 6:02 a.m. The sky is pale blue. You step carefully to the window. The street is empty. The figure is gone. On the floor by the door, you see it. The charm, snapped cleanly in half. You survive the night. Or maybe you were let go.
Oh.
So that wraps up the last of the questions, and...
Fire, dude. We survived the night. Oh, wait, no, there's a graph to see, like, how well I did.
Anymore. If you
How
scored
many
between
did I get wrong?
7 to 10 points, and you survived, but just through the skin of your teeth. You lasted until dawn, but only because the next time you're home, and when silence was permanent, you didn't hesitate.
How many did I get wrong? Like 4? 5? I was 11 to 14. I feel like I got most of them right. 6? Okay, I still didn't get 7 to 10. I survived, but something followed you home. You made enough good choices to see daylight. You missed something. A window left ajar. A word spoken to the silence safer. Now the figure knows you. Survival's temporary. No, because I'm not staying in fucking Albania or Algeria for the rest of my fucking life. I'm hopping back on that fucking Delta Airlines flight and taking the fucking 15-hour flight home, okay? And that vampire ain't getting on a goddamn airplane. I'm sure of it, okay? So I'm dipping, right? And then I'm going to deal with the Jersey Devil. Not Algeria. Albania. Sorry.
You shut every door, you killed every channel, and you gave nothing away. When dawn came, it found you whole. And for tonight, at least, you won. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you...
Sick. I love those survival quizzes. They're so fun. Fucking sub to Oddly Specific Crystal. The zombie one was really fun, too. All right, we'll save this actor one for another day. We'll watch this Mr. Beast video and the philosophy one, and then we'll play a little bit of games.
He said DMT. I don't think DMT lasts that long.
It won't say his name.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, somebody said Spice K2. That's what I was saying. Synthetic weed. Some shit that's making him lose his mind.
1025, but...
I believe I can fly. I believe
this guy. I think about him. Night and day.
Come in.
From my wings
And fly away. You know, I can fly after all. Huh.
I can fly. I believe.
Yeah, one more, if available. One here. Search and try. All right, towards me a little bit. I don't get see anything in his pockets here. On the other side. That's gonna be with the church here. Okay.
Why is he out of breath? I feel like he's just hyperventilating.
Stop. Fuck you! I'm Jesus Christ Almighty! You will not
Bro, how long would he be tripping on this shit for?
let me go! You shall set me free!
Just take some breaths for us, man, all right? What's your name? Can we start with that? What's your name, bud?
Jesus Christ is here, you're all saved. You are all saved from your sins. You are saved. And you will see me again. I will be here. Because I'm not going anywhere. I've been here all along.
I'm not going anywhere. Been here all along. You guys are all saved. I just need a financial investment from you. I've been getting into I've been getting into a bit of Forex, okay? Foreign exchanges, kind of in the bit of the foreign stock market biz, as some may say. You give me $1,000, I'll be able to flip it for you, no problem. Trust me, I'm Jesus.
We are all eternal life. Yes, we are. Yes, we
I also have a great deal on Cutco knives.
are. There are no shackles here. There's nothing here. I give up. I give away all of my sins. For thou is the kingdom of glory. And
Oh, yeah, you might be on PCP.
all shall be free. I'm right here. I've been here all along. I've been here all along.
Oh my god, is that the priest just watching? Holy fuck, bro. He's probably having a goddamn reawakening right now. That priest is probably full on just like praying in the corner like, dude, somebody help this guy.
And we live for all this time, for I, Jesus Christ, your Savior, He is.
Listen to me, Aaron. We're going to try to sit up on your butt. Aaron Peterson?
They found out his name? How do they find his name?
On your eye, all right? We sit you on your butt?
Are they going to bring a card in? You want it? Yeah. We'll put it right here.
Yeah, let's.
Aaron Peterson is just an alias. I have been under the veil of Aaron the entire time. I am actually Jesus.
Hey, Aaron, we're going to sit you on your butt.
I know. It might come a shock to all of you.
It's all been a temptation all along. Nobody should die. Nobody. It's me all along.
His ID? Yeah, but they checked his pockets. I don't think he had anything.
All right?
You all right? Your Savior.
Where's the blood from, guys? His head?
His eye's got one. He's got a knot. He dove off a couple times.
Thou shalt stand here.
Yeah.
Dove off a couple times, bro. Cop just watched that shit. And he knew by the third time the guy runs up the steps, you're like, he's probably going to do a back flop again. If I had to take my guess, I think he's probably going to do a back flop onto the... Oh, and he did it. Maybe tried to catch him. I don't know.
I didn't need to die.
Backwards.
It was all temptation.
He was throwing stuff. He started throwing stuff off the altar.
Dude, he was throwing everything.
Told him he was under arrest. He was throwing stuff.
Why did I feel like everything was
Put
on
his hands
me?
behind his back.
Why? Why am so close to thee?
Here, we'll try to step him up.
Raise me from the depths! Raise me! Raise me from the depths!
Oh no, he cut his eyebrow.
For Aaron was in front of you all along.
Step him up.
His skull's cracked. He didn't crack his skull.
I think we're just going to have to carry
It's like, have you ever seen boxers where they get like their eyebrow cut and it just starts gushing? It's the same thing.
Aaron.
That's what it looked like, at least.
Where's the federal ref? O-Dub. O-Dub.
Yeah, someone's gonna fight with 2 officers. Here, just turn it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fucking strap him to that shit, dude.
Sorry, guys. Oops. Aaron, all along.
Did I ever tell you all about the story of when my paramedic friend got into a fist fight with a guy like hyped up on like cocaine and fucking ketamine or some shit? It's common EMTs. What's it called? A speedball? It was cocaine and heroin, yeah. And he was ODing on the heroin. And he said it's common that people are doing speedballs. You give them Narcan, and that wipes the heroin out. But then they're just on cocaine. And a lot of it. So, like, this guy's ODing in the back of an ambulance. And you're like, I got to give him Narcan. And they come out, and they're angry. Because they just got blasted out of the best high of their life in their mind. And now the heroin's gone, so they're not sluggish. They're just really fucking aggressive and hyper now because they're only on cocaine. So you're witnessing a guy that's like dying from OD. You Narcan him, and then instead of being like, thank you for saving my life, they go, ah! And they just start fucking wailing on you. And so he has to bear hug him and body slam him to the ground to fucking restrain him. I'm like, God damn, dude, that's like a casual thing that paramedics sometimes have to deal with like drug addicts.
The list goes on and on. It goes on and on.
Did he get fired? No. Well, he didn't fight him. It was like dude, the guy started wailing on him. He basically just restrained him.
On and on. It goes on and on and on. You are devils sent here to test me. Every single one of you. Your hometown.
The devil's here to test you. Why would the devil be here? Why would God send it? Why would God send demons to himself to test himself? You guys are demons here to test me. I sent them myself. I forgot about it, but now it's all making sense again.
You know that. Let it keep dilating, my friend. Wherever you think that you are taking me, no binds, no shackles, no chains. All right. For I have been here before.
Yeah. Now it's closer for you.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Do you think he'll remember this? Like, I wonder if he's so far gone that he'll just, like, effectively wake up out of it, or if he's going to, like, perpetually be in this state.
Breathe. I am free.
Who's gonna go with him?
I'm not sure.
I'm here. I've been here all along. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
The investigation determined that the man had recently stopped taking prescribed medication for a mental health condition.
Wait, what? So he wasn't on drugs? He wasn't on drugs. Like, he needed medication.
Deputies noted that he appeared disoriented and continued to make religious statements even after being restrained. He was
Really?
transported to a local hospital for evaluation and later medically cleared before being booked into the county jail. Prosecutors charged him with disorderly conduct and resisting an officer. Court records indicate the
Resisting an officer, I feel like he could have gotten charged with, like, assault almost when he tried to attack the officer. I feel like they should more focus on trying to get that guy help, though. Because I don't think he was, like, malicious in intent. I think he was actually going through an insane episode of truly believing he was Jesus. I'm Jesus goes full demon. Toppled over backwards several times when saw marble didn't phase him. That's some powerful shit he's on. Yeah, that is true. I feel like normally you would probably pass out. No way he doesn't have a concussion after the first fall. You'd be surprised what drunk and high people manage to get away with relatively unscathed. I'm a paramedic, and I've seen a couple people walk away from a car literally torn into 2 pieces with only a scratch. Well, isn't it, I'm not advocating for drunk driving by any means, but don't drunk drivers tend to actually live through more horrid crashes because they don't tense up and they go with, like, because they don't react. So if they're, like, really fucked up and they get into a car crash, they kind of just flow with the car instead of tensing, and then they usually either are less injured or don't die. Dipped because 2K sucks.
Groundwork. He spent days filming and editing clips of him playing NBA 2K23, and on September 10th, 2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok. The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers and a comment section flooded with one question. So that night, he went live for the first time and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From that day on, he followed the same routine. Clock into the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep it.
Oh my god, is that why his stream time was 6 p.m. Central? But now he streams at like 10, bro.
His eyes open.
He'd be running a night shift.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I don't want to go to work, man. I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. Why do I gotta go work?
After each stream, he'd find the best moments, clip them, and fire them back onto TikTok. The loop fed itself. Inside a week, he'd blown past 100,000 TikTok followers. Every stream was pulling 500 plus concurrent viewers.
Dude said call the boss quit, this your life now, cuz? Dude, imagine.
And the number that actually mattered, he was making more money streaming at night than he was at his day job.
And no, y'all literally just donated more than I make in a week in one night. Bruh.
But Queso kept his head on straight. What shows up overnight can also disappear overnight. So before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke.
That's so smart of him, man, because it is like, there's so many people that get big on Twitch, and for like a month, they're making 1,000 a day. And they're going, holy, I am set. And then they fall off. And now they don't have a job. So it's like, oh, fuck. You know, like, that happens all the time. All the time. Amount of people, not less on streaming, more on TikTok. But, like, that was, like, earlier. You remember the amount of content houses and shit? Motherfuckers just full committing to, like, moving across the fucking world, starting content up. Then they fall off, and it's just like, oh, shit. I can't run this trend into the ground anymore. Like,
he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs, and he'd quit his job.
That's pretty fair. Because that was probably pre $3 split. So if he hit 5K subs, he's making 10K. He's making what, 10,250 a month? Or no, 12,500 a month off subs. So he's making like over 100K a year. And then he decides he could quit.
This today we're gonna remember.
Because that's secure enough to where if you fell off, you'd have enough leeway money. Wow, he had the zombie sub emote. Chat, yo, this is like recognizable to anyone that fucking streams. If you ever started streaming, this is like this is the default sub. Why it's a zombie, I don't know. This is like OG stream setup. Like this is like your 5th stream ever. Like you have the zombie. Dude, mine's the fucking Joe Bart. Mine's still the old one. I don't even know if my alert box works anymore. How do I test that? Well, it's and Finn for the sub. IX, Nell, Alex. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I used to have that. I want to say, appreciate how much you are. Keep up the work. Oh, no. You can't have You can't have TTS. TTS can be really bad. No, I'm not keeping that shit. It's so distracting. I don't have my alert box anymore.
Remember forever, you feel me? This a day we gonna remember forever.
I could do a TTS day, but people just spam I. That or they say like some crazy shit. I don't think there would ever be a problem with TTS. There 100% would be. Massive for the sub.
You know I love y'all, man. Thank you, bro. It's all y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man. Full-time Queso in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Queso's fan base was new, but dedicated, and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full-time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a content creator since I was 13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. I finally took the leap, and y'all can't.
I never dreamed. I never pursued being a content creator, but I always used to commentate my own Clash of Clans gameplay on the toilet.
Came through for you, boys.
I remember wanting to be like a gamer, but like mobile games. I remember I was like, damn, dude, how sick would this be to be like, yo, y'all remember the OG Clash of Clans creators? They would gem their town hall to like town hall 10, and I'd be like, dude, if I had the money to make that a YouTube video.
For real, y'all came through crazy.
All right, guys, so we're gonna be doing a hog rider build today.
Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad. Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audio...
Holy shit!
And when you're trying...
Was that download or upload? He has 1 megabit per second download.
Connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death. If your stream ends, they move on to the next.
What does that mean? To download Call of Duty would take like 6 days.
Eventually, numbers started slipping.
I don't even know how he was live. Like, I don't know how he was broadcast. Well, streaming's upload speed. But him having a 1 download, I don't know how he was streaming.
For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
I seen the numbers when I very first started. The hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game. Hogwarts.
Oh my god, Hogwarts Legacy is when he blew up, and that's like not that hype of a game. I remember seeing his Hogwarts clips on TikTok.
Legacy. It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway, clipped a moment, and posted it to TikTok.
Wasn't that like a bad game, most people would say? I feel like that game didn't do that great.
Look, I see the sun.
That's even more shocking.
Peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though. Hey, it is.
I want to look at his Twitch tracker. Here's mine for fucking perspective. This is like every month you could see where the views up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You usually have dip months, peak months. Like, let's look at Jinxie, too. Jinxie was bottomed out for like 3 years. And then right around here, he just starts peaking. Jinxie's in like second arc right now. What is that face? What is that? What is that face he's making right now? Looks like a Queso. Wow, Queso's like the most consistent creator ever. Like, yeah, 600 views first month. Dipped down to 189 average in January of 23. And then he hit in January of 24, he hit 56K, and he has literally averaged that every month for 2 years. Wow. 60 seconds? Bro, he has like 1,000 hours in that game. Well, now it's probably a yearly salary a day, but I'm saying when he had 2,500 viewers, he was probably making like 300K a year.
Heavy, I mean it. At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content. When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership. That's the difference between level 2 and level 3. While it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here, it's actually the most difficult. There's a specific blueprint nearly every streamer has followed to make this jump. Here, I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are, just guys streaming from their bedrooms. Now fast forward to when those same
Speed lighting off fireworks in his bedroom.
streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The room
Lighting is still not dialed in on Speed's camera. Speed had 100K viewers on a webcam.
The cameras are crisp. The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in. And it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business. And like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle. And the spectacle game is pretty easy to play. You've kind of just got to spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my...
That's where I disagree. Next is the move to LA. The gun goes off. Nope.
Dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing...
Now in the streamer days, it's You move to Austin, Texas. That's where every fucking streamer on the face of the earth lives. Outside of like the core boys and like some OG streamers. Now I moved to Austin, Texas, or Atlanta.
50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cat.
Or they live in LA, but they own a place in Nevada and say they live there six months in a day out of the year, so they get state taxed in Nevada.
Cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes. And weirdly, the more the internet praises you for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, impulsive on Monday.
6 months and a day, because it has to be your property. Like if you want to claim that you live somewhere and get state tax in that, because streaming, normally you're getting taxed in the state that you make your income, but streaming you get taxed in whatever area you're in while you stream. So like streamers will try to say that they live in Nevada like 6 months out of the year. Not all of them. A lot of them just eat the taxes, but...
Day and blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in the conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest streams of all time. Ninja, Fortnite with Drake, Hayden Ross, the Donald Trump interview, Kai Cenat, the LeBron stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, but there's like certain streamers that only like there's certain streamers that collab in any way that they can, and then there's streamers that collab when they want to. Okay, there's three things. Streamers that collab with everybody they can, that is big. Streamers that collab anytime they want, and streamers that just don't collab. Queso never collabs. I feel like I collab infrequently, but like I'll do Jinxie's tournaments or gaming days. I might go to an event. Like I did the thing with Jack Pembroke. Like I might do streamer games or something like shit like that. But usually like I don't go to streamer awards or I don't do that stuff. But like then there's streamers that just do every single fucking thing. Any collab they could do.
That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's...
He sometimes collabs with Sketch and Jinxie. Yeah, but it's like once a month. Maybe less.
Bulletproof for
Queso is 99% a solo streamer.
Guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution, but Queso ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the opposite in just about every possible sense. The last time we talked about Queso, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000. Not much has changed. I mean, sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
If I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over. And then back here are my PCs. You can tell they're being held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow...
How, bruh? Like, bro, come on, just get a setup. Like... He has a sponsor with Starforge. He has a sponsor with Starforge PCs. He could get sent like $20,000 PCs for free, and he's holding them up with fucking dictionaries. Like, why are we doing that? Like, I just don't...
I've gotten worse.
Chat, my stream quality is actually so crispy. It looks like it's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts...
4K, I literally could see... I could see the pixels on your face.
It's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page? Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random everything.
Queso, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yeah, he's like a different level of mainstream. He's somebody that you watch when it's like, I just want to watch a streamer versus I want to be involved with like the meta. Like people that want to be involved with the meta watch like the guys that collab with each other all the time.
Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared
in
a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh! Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah. Because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses, Queso is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he
Oh, and I could tell his webcam is stretch resed. Like, his webcam is, like, fucked up. Like, it doesn't fill a 1920 1080. It's like, he's, like, pulling it. Like, it's like, and then he's moving it out of the way. Like, it's just so
be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things.
I mean, doesn't he have, like, a sick-ass warehouse or something? He showed that one time. He has, like, a sick-ass warehouse that's, like, really expensive with, like, a pool table. It's like a gaming area.
Creators go in with exactly that goal in mind. But
bro, I'm telling you, he makes most of his money on YouTube like I do. Like, I think outside of it, he has like 100,000 Twitch subs. Outside of that, bro, the majority of his money is probably from YouTube like me. I don't run mid-rolls. I don't think I get it if you're just a streamer, but if you do YouTube, bro, like I deadass could make so much more money if I ran Twitch ads. And I'm not sitting here on some high horse like, oh, I'm so great. I don't run Twitch ads. I just think Twitch ads are annoying as fuck. And it's like, if I hit on a Twitch stream and I get hit with a 5-minute mid-roll, I am tabbing out of your stream faster than a fucking lightning striking a fucking metal pole. Like, I am not watching that shit. I run pre-rolls. You click on my stream, you have to watch 30-second minute ad, then you watch my shit ad-free for 5 hours even if you're not subbed. Motherfucker sub, because I put that shit in sub-only all the time. But, like, that, I'm not trying to paywall chat. It's just I have to sometimes. You guys get too riled up.
Whatever a month.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
It's so different on YouTube. I've said this 5,000 times. YouTube ads, not intrusive. You get hit with an ad, it stops, you pick up where you left off. Twitch ad, you miss the stream. You just miss the stream. You miss 5 minutes of the stream.
But the blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory, and the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida, and that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is
the furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or, wait. Spotting the clues in AI slop.
An eagle flame. During a college football game, a bald eagle did its pre-game flight, but instead of returning to its trainer, it flew straight to the arm of the only Native American in the crowd. Out of thousands of people, it chose them. The stadium went silent, knowing they just witnessed something powerful. A moment of respect, spirit, and visibility. Folded hands sparkle. Yeah, no, it's not AI, no.
Some shit you see on Facebook. Is this Facebook? I don't know what app this is. I feel like it's so easy to scam old people with AI now. You just make some on Sora, remove the watermark, and then be like, look at this wholesome video. And then you'll just see a bunch of like grandmas and grandparents in the back like, blessed up. That's awesome. Oh, how sweet. How sweet. A group of rats saved a child from a lion. And they'll believe that. And it'll be the rats like making a bed, carrying the kid away. And like swarming the tiger. They'd be like, wow, nature really does help people sometimes.
It's his eagle when he gets hired to fly it at sport events, yeah. Yeah, my initial thinking was that, but then I saw
How do you show this is AI? I feel like you could see when stuff is AI when people have like lifeless eyes. Like, look at that shit. Like, they don't look like they're looking at anything. You also think it was the dude I saw blow taking a piece of a brownie? What is that?
The dude below him taking a pic with what seems to be a piece of brownie, and the hand below would have been blocking their own camera. I ran a video on people believing AI slop was real 2 years ago, and you all said, nah, Matt, the comments are all bots too. No one actually gets tricked by AI. Well, look at the mess we're in.
2 years ago, I think people wouldn't get tricked. But now AI's good enough to where, yeah, the majority, every Twitter video at Grok, is this real? At Grok, did this actually happen?
Now, having a question
and then, like, you're asking an AI if it's AI, and the AI could be wrong. It's like, the amount of trust people have. I know, like, ChatGPT and Grok and, like, AI in general is smart. And smarter than the average person. But that doesn't mean that it's right every time. It still doesn't actually work for video. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're not gonna know.
Everything we see these days, like some nightmarish version of Is It Cake? AI used to be easy to spot, but now requires more detective work. Like,
I still think it's not easy, but after you watch, like, 30 Sora videos, I think you could, with, like, 85% accuracy, pin whether or not something's real.
The lobster claws are the same size. That doesn't happen in real life. True legends, One Final Farewell, Eric Clapton and Paul McCartney break out. No, he didn't. Paul McCartney's left-handed. There's always some clue from how AI has slipped up, even as small as the fact that nobody ever writes prices $299.00 because it's been studied that when the .00 included, people are less likely to buy. So keep your eyes peeled. Ben & Jerry's milkshakes in all your favourite flavours. Don't know about you, but I want to try fish food face-savouring food emoji. Will they do any in the dairy-free flavours? Please don't be AI. Ah, yes. Bernazzie's Bender's Berries. My
Dude, and the fact that they see this and then don't even, like, bro, like, I'm not even saying you need to look at this and then stare really close to see the flaws in the AI. Just look up if it's real. Why are we asking Grok? Like, so many things. Ben & Jerry making a milkshake bottle. Is Ben & Jerry's making a milkshake bottle? No. Just Google it. Like, I feel like actually people I don't want to say Google's the end-all be-all too, because Google itself 10 years ago was the same fucking problem, where people just Google something and then immediately believe it. But Google's AI now, not if you fucking scroll down. Not if you scroll down. I use Google AI too, but I'm saying, like, scroll down. The first result's AI, and then just fucking swipe past that shit and look at an actual article or Ben & Jerry's website. Nobody does that anymore. I think people have actually replaced Google with AI. Like, the amount of people that when they have to look up something, they just ChatGPT it instead of Googling it is nuts. They never look at articles. They never do anything. They just immediately go, well, ChatGPT said this, so. Did you know 82% of Americans don't have a high-yield savings account? That is leaving free money on the table that you could have. You just have sitting in a bank account, not accruing interest. That's where Chime, the sponsor of today's video, can help you. Chime's high-yield savings account earns 3% APY. That is 7 times the national average of 0.39%. That is a huge difference. Let's do the math. If you have $7,000 in a regular savings account earning 0.39% APY, that is $27 a year. If you use Chime's high-yield savings account, that $7,000 could earn $210 a year. That is an entire gym membership, pair of headphones, so many other things. That's way more money. Way more money. The average American also spends $300 a year in bank fees. Chime, on the other hand, has no overdraft fees, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees. Another reason to switch over. Signing up is quick and easy, and what better time to get in than right now, because you can file your taxes for free through Chime. Make your money work for you and switch to Chime. To get up to a $350 bonus and earn up to 3% APY on your savings, go to chime.com/joebartolozzi. It'll be the top link in my description, or scan the QR code on screen and make sure to go through my link to get the bonus. Plus, you get no overdraft fees and your paycheck up to 2 days early with Chime. That is chime.com/joebartolozzi. Thank you to Chime for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it.
I love Strawberry 68 cake. London. Before everything, it was one of the most beautiful, clean, and safest places in Britain. Yeah, back then they drove on the right. It was crazy. Not just that, the backwards man.
Dude, it's so hard. No, because, like, your eyes you don't immediately notice it. Like, when I saw this, I was like, okay, well, it's probably AI. And I was looking up here to see what looked weird. I think it's also just like, come on, like the picture of the kid smiling with the kid, like, it's just like too perfect of a photo.
Beautiful, clean, and safest places in Britain. Yeah, back then they drove on the ride and Culkin reunite at family Christmas party.
Dude, it's the eyes, man. I feel like AI's so bad at getting eyes to look normal. Once they ace that, it's going to be hard to tell. It kind of looks like they get Macaulay Culkin, and then they just, like, paste, like, weird clay eyes on every character. Also, what the fuck is that in the back?
Dressed as Home Alone kids, recreating a classic holiday moment. I like how kid...
Facial expressions, I think they get the smile right. It's just, like, at times it looks a little uncanny.
Holiday moment. I like how Kiernan has an extra of
Oh, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Does he have 11 fingers?
Corley's arm. Oh my fucking god, how did I miss that? And what the heck is this in the background? Crown emoji, the 2 Ps pack.
We're getting extremely close to indiscernible video, and it's worrying the amount of fraud that'll happen. What do you mean by fraud, Brady? Like scams? Or just like defamation or shit? Like, what are you saying is going to be... I think it's going to be like fake news. Like, it's going to be scams. And then also, I think most social media outlets are going to be unreliable because a lot of people don't like, here's the problem. News outlets in general are biased, right? They're trying to share news and inform people, but first and foremost, they're a company that's trying to make money. So they're going to share the news that they think is best and what's going to make them the most money. So a lot of people go to social media, but now you could get paid to use Twitter. You could get paid to use Facebook. You could get paid to use Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and Twitch and all these other platforms. So news outlets are going to be more and more motivated to just create false narratives. So while there may be accounts that are still trustworthy, on your For You page or your feed, you might see something that's a news post from a page that is literally just full of fake shit. I could get paid? Yeah. And you see it now. I mean, I can't like quote accounts, but you could probably find them on Twitter pretty quickly. There are Twitter accounts that flat out post fake shit. Maybe with a culmination of semi-real or slightly misinformed shit. But like, they just post stuff that gets views, right? Because it's not if the news is true, it's if the news is going to get clicks and likes and interaction and engagement. That's what you want. And it's like, that's a problem on actual news outlets as well, because it's like, you're not actually going to inform people of anything good. You're not going to inform people of anything that's not going to gain eyes. But it's even worse on social media when you just give that to just the hands of a random guy that could just do whatever he wants. The amount of people that just believe the first thing they see. And I'm not trying to say that of like you guys in my chat, but some of you guys as well. And even me at times, like the amount of ignorance people have to what's going on in the world where they just see something and immediately go with it. They don't fact check. They don't look for themselves. They don't, actually interact with an individual or anything themselves. They just go, well, somebody said this. This said this. I can't. And then they just move on.
To why Taylor Swift and Donna Kelsey's 2025 shopping spree just redefined the in-law relationship. I like it how AI thinks Taylor would wear the same outfit.
I've seen 5 TikToks about people bitching about the Apple charging the iPhone 18. iPhone 18 has not been announced in any capacity. They're literally just believing fake videos. Yeah, the charging port shit. I saw that and I looked it up and it said they hadn't announced anything. iPhone 18 charging port. I want to see if that rumors suggest, but it doesn't actually say that that's what they're going to do. It's expected to use USB-C. They're gonna. Like, there's no way they wouldn't. I'm going to also have the take. I love that iPhone switched to USB-C because now I don't need some fuck-ass iPhone charger. Like, there's only 2 chargers that you need. Like, the speaker Android charger and the USB-C. And that's it. Those are the only charging cords I need. And anything that I need to charge fits in those 2 fucking slots. Either USB-C or this. Or just USB. It's amazing. It's like, I know it sucks too if like you're somebody with like an older iPhone as people move forward. But it's like, it's just awesome.
shopping.
Yeah, micro USB. I never know the name of it. I just go Android charger.
The floor laughing emoji. It's the tiny microphone for me. The goal is never Gucci bags. It's acres of land. RIP to that horribly long misshapen horse. Skull emoji. Just imagine how small the horses would be if they walked all the way to the house. I'm a farmer's daughter, and some people think that makes me last. I grew up on a sweet potato farm about 10 miles outside of town, where mornings...
And who's posting this? Like, are people posting this for... It has to be for money. Like, the account that's posting this isn't just like an auto-ran bot. Like, some person is making this image and then faking this.
Start before the sun.
For engagement.
And vacation means a county fair. My parents have done...
I think people on Facebook are doing this too. Because it's like, you pretend to be this wholesome farm girl, and then you get, like, some 80-year-old sugar daddy to be like, oh, you're what women aren't like anymore. Do you want to date me? And then they get scammed out all their money.
Under that...
It's catfishing, but most catfishing previously used to be, like, pretending to be somebody you're not. This is just, like, you're not even a person. Like... You're catfishing as an AI individual.
Yeah, I'll stop you there. The chicken have duck feet, you stupid goddamn dumbass emotionally manipulative robot prick. Today, I returned a library book I checked out when I was a kid. And I'm old enough now that the librarian behind the desk had to blink twice, like she thought I was joking. This AI photo, a book that old wouldn't have a barcode. They only started using those 30 years ago at the earliest, and it wouldn't have been on the cover. They were still tucking in the books, so they could also stamp the card as reminder to return. Well spotted. Very good. But also
where the red fern grows. Like that's what gave away the barcode, gave away its fake. Where the red fern grows.
Where the red fern grows. Oh, sounds like a good book. AI fucking slop. United passenger posted his first class ticket.
What a big ticket. And what language is that?
It to brag about Trump, and someone cancelled his flight. Fuck, AI's getting too good. Why does his ticket say Unico and United? Why is the champagne in his glass, but his champagne is unopened? And why is he holding his bollocks? You forgot his legs shorter than his arm. Plus, he's literally on the flight. Right? Loudly crying face emoji, loudly crying face emoji, loudly crying face emoji. What, they're gonna kick him off now, are they? What's happened there then? Okay, cabin crew, come in. Can I just confirm you've served all the food and drink, yes? Fantastic. So everyone's got a hot meal and a full glass of alcohol right in front of them, correct? Great. If you could just go through now and actually make sure that everyone's got a ticket. Brilliant. And then after that, probably best start thinking about taking off. Where are pictures of Obama praying? Ooh, not many clues to work with here. But let me just try something. One sec. Marietta Handyman Services.
Oh, that's bad. You could tell just like off of the smoothness. AI always over-smooths people's skin. There's no texture.
Safely. Wired right? No.
Oh, he has 3 hands. I didn't even see that. Oh my god.
Stress.
And he's just not even holding the fan.
Do all of your workers have 3 hands? Marietta Mandyman? Some hospitals and hospices in the UK and Australia have introduced cuddle beds. That is, special wider beds that let families lie beside their...
This seems horrible, dude. Cuddle bed, but they got, yeah, and they got a bedpan under that. Imagine, bro. Oh my god.
Loved ones who are terminally ill. These beds bring comfort, warmth, and emotional closeness during the most...
Yeah, why don't you emotional comfortness. Hey, your dying grandma. Why don't we lay on her? Also, she has 3 hands.
Who are terminally ill. These beds bring comfort, warmth, and emotional closeness during the most difficult final moments of life. Do you think this practice should be followed by all hospitals? Again, AI slipping up on the old hands. But it does have a solution for that, though. Happy birthday to my twins, Party Popper 2 Hearts. Some heartless people won't congratulate them just because they're different, broken heart crying face. Hashtag stay strong. I refuse to believe we humans are this stupid. Oh, I've got bad news for you.
Oh my god. Dude, and it's all like the Facebook moms. Christina O'Boyle. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Birthday blessings. Happy birthday to both of you.
What are they supposed to do with those blocks? Just going back to this one.
What it just...
Though quickly, what's odd is that it's based on a real idea.
I didn't even think about that. That one I was trying to see why it was AI. I was going to say, well, like twins, what are the odds that they, even if you're genetic twins and one of you is missing, you know, your lower half of your arms, would that mean that the other one would also be missing the lower half of their arms?
Just going back to this one, though, quickly, what's odd is that it's based on a real idea, on a real picture. The AI decided to festoon with messed up flags and turn it for no...
Horror quiz. Would you survive the night? We did the zombie survival quiz a few months ago. Crystal makes some pretty fucking fire survival quizzes where, you know, it's in depth. There's like 20 questions and there's right and wrong answers. Some are kind of right, some are really wrong. I mean, it says horror quiz. The one we did with the zombies, like some of the questions I thought I was right and then she said I was wrong. But horror quiz, I think if I had to survive the night in like a haunted house, I'm for sure fine. But I don't know what they mean horror quiz. Like, am I running from a serial killer? Am I like, you know, in some sort of fucking Stranger Things situation?
This is a survival quiz. You're alone in a foreign place. The locals whisper.
Would never be in that situation. Already. The locals whisper about something in the hills. All right, well.
About something in the hills. Something old. They say it drinks blood. You don't believe them. Not exactly.
I'm definitely not believing them, bro. What? If I'm in a foreign country and the locals start chirping to me about how, like, in the hills, there's some fucking Dracula, like, level creature, I'm going, okay, pal.
But tonight something's wrong. This is a logic test. A psychological test. The questions start off easy, but they get harder. And each answer could be your last. For each question, you get 4 options to pick from. And after each question, I'll tell you the right answer. And I'll also tell you why the others would have been the last thing you ever did. Keep track of your score. And in the end...
So if I get one wrong, I die? What? If I get one wrong, I die.
And I'll tell you if you would have survived the night. So without further ado, let's begin. You're in a tiny town somewhere in the Balkans. You booked it on impulse. The town is barely marked on maps. The local currency is something you've never held. And the bartender in this pub doesn't speak much English, but he keeps refilling your glass. It's late. The pub smells like wood smoke and dried herbs. There's a fire burning.
I'm loving the vibe thus far. Nobody speaks the language that I speak. I'm alone at the pub, and the bartender just makes like a bro eye contact with me and just fills my drink every time. So I'm a little drunk. Okay, 4 or 5, maybe 6 beer in. I'm in Europe, right? Or the Balkans. Balkans, what country is the Balkans in? If I'm in the Balkans, I'm in like Albania. All right. I'm in like Albania, Romania, Serbia. I don't speak the language of the locals, and I'm kind of drunk. They're probably drinking like 6% beer, you know.
They're still at the back table. They keep glancing at you. One of them finally leans over and says something that sounds like, "You shouldn't walk back alone. Not tonight."
I'm not thinking that's supernatural. I'm thinking that motherfucker's letting me know that I'm about to get mugged on my walk back, okay? If I am drunk at a bar alone in Romania or Albania or Turkey or wherever the fuck I am, and a local leans in and goes, "You shouldn't walk home tonight alone. It's not safe." I'd go, oh, so I'm going to get murdered by a human. Like a person's going to hurt me.
You ask him what he means. He gestures to the window and says one word in broken English. Nosferatu.
Vampires? Brother, I'm going, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. And then I'm walking home.
The table behind him laughs. How do you respond? Option A, laugh with them. Maybe it's a local joke. Option B, ask if something happened recently. Option C, say, "I don't believe in that stuff." Or option D, say nothing and finish your drink.
Damn, dude. This is a life or death scenario here. If I get it wrong, what do they just shoot me? I fucking ask if something happened recently. Oh, you're an idiot. They kill me. B, I'm not asking if something happened recently. I would probably say, what do you mean? C, I don't believe in that stuff. Nah, I'm going D. Saying nothing.
So the correct answer here is option B, ask if something happened recently. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're not dismissing him. You're gathering information without feeding the myth or challenging it. And survival often starts with listening, especially when you're the foreigner without any cultural context here. Option A, laughing with the crowd, is not the best answer here because it alienates the speaker. They might shut down or play it off and you've lost a source. Option C, saying you don't believe in that stuff, draws a firm line in the sand, and you've now made it personal. If they were
I'm drawing that firm line in the fucking sand. Yo, okay, if I'm in a foreign country, I'd probably pan into it a little bit. I'd be like, what do you mean Nosferatu?
trying to warn you, they'll back off. And option D, going silent and...
Bro, that's like me being at a local bar in New Jersey and somebody being like, the Jersey Devil's out tonight. You shouldn't walk home alone. I'd be like, you're crazy. You're an insane person.
Information withheld now might cost you later. The man narrows his eyes. He speaks carefully, like he's trying to remember the right words. They come if you are soft. If you say yes too easy. If you listen, you should close your ears. You ask, how do you stop them? He looks at the candle and at the table, and then back at you. You don't, but you can delay. He lifts his hand and he pinches the flame out between two fingers.
Damn, this guy's kind of hard, though. This guy's kind of got aura. I feel like now I have to listen to him. He pinches the flame with both of his fingers. And he glances. He's kind of like rizzing me up while he's like warning me.
They ask you small things first. Just small. Can I come closer? Do you hear me? Will you look at me? It's not always the door.
Oh, so I'm dealing with vampires that I have to let them in.
And he leans closer. You don't say yes. You don't say no. You don't say anything at all. Someone behind him scoffs. It's one of the older men at the back table. Ignore him. This one still believes the old wives' tales. The bartender doesn't look back. He's staring at you. They came...
Hold up. Bang.
Last week. A girl was found. She was still standing when they found her. Still warm. No blood inside. Like something had hollowed her out and walked away. As you stand to leave, the bartender slides something across the bar. A small metal charm and a string. It looks handmade. Rusted. Ancient. He doesn't look at you when he speaks. Protection. What do you do?
Taking that bitch! Taking that bitch! What? He gives me a metal charm on a string and he goes, protection. I'm going, okay. And I'm wearing that.
Option A, put it on immediately.
Yup.
Option B, refuse politely. You don't believe in that stuff. Option C, take it, then ask what it's made of and what it does.
Oh, C.
Or option D, leave it on the counter and walk out without acknowledging it.
C.
So the correct answer here is option C. Take it, and then ask
Yes!
what it's made of and what it does. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're signaling respect and you're gathering information. You're neither dismissing nor blindly accepting it, and that maximizes safety and intel. Option A, blindly putting it on, is the wrong answer because you have no idea what this is, and if wearing it marks you, binds you, or even attracts the thing that you're trying to repel here. Option B, dismissing the offer out loud, is also the wrong answer because this signals ignorance and arrogance in a dangerous and unfamiliar environment. And option D, walking out without acknowledging it, is the worst of both option A and option B. You've both ignored local protection and you've potentially insulted someone who might be your only ally. You pick up the charm. It's heavier than you expected. You don't put it on.
It's made of tungsten. You pick up the charm. The string snaps. You've just got yourself in a New York City free charm scam. This guy's asking for a tip for the free jewelry he just gave you. You decline. He says, well, you broke my charm. Now you have to pay me for it.
Instead, you ask, what's it made of? The bartender pauses. He leans forward slightly, and his voice lowers.
Cow urine. Cow urine. Horse shit.
Iron from a grave fence.
Oh, iron from a grave fence.
And then he taps the string. Thread from a shroud. He looks at you for a long time.
And a little bit of puffer semen.
You don't wear it to look strong. You wear it to be overlooked. Don't let them hear you say their name. And never, never speak to them first. The candle on the bar flicks sideways, like someone walked past. But no one did. Outside, the night is colder than it should be. You check your phone. No signal.
No, not big puffer. Like a puffer fish. I don't know, maybe...
The road home is darker than you remember. One street lamp flickers ahead. Time to walk. The real quiz has officially begun. You step out into the cold. The charm is warm in your pocket. The night smells like whetstone. You've been walking for nearly 15 minutes now, uphill, away from the bar. No shop.
Well, here's where you're wrong, because I'm catching an Uber ride.
Open, no cars, no sound except for your own footsteps. Up ahead, beneath a flickering street lamp, you see a figure. They're standing still, head tilted down, half in shadow.
I cross the street. I jaywalk across the street, and I avoid contact with him. This is not even, regardless of whether or not Nosferatu's a thing. If I'm walking alone at night, and I see a guy standing under a street lamp at like 1 in the morning, I'm crossing the street. I'm not passing him.
Not approaching, not retreating, just waiting. What do you do? Option A, keep walking toward them, confidently, like you belong here. Option B, cross the street and pass at a distance without making eye contact. Option C, turn off into a narrow side path to avoid them completely. Or Option D, call out, are you okay?
B, I'm not going down a side path. That's really scary. I think B, cross the street. Still keep them in your peripherals.
So the correct answer here is Option B, cross the street and pass it.
Fuck yes, dude. Fuck yes.
The distance without making eye contact.
Option E, run at him manically and scare him, right? Vampire, been alive for a long time, probably never had somebody when he's trying to hunt him down go, fucking just sprint at him full speed.
Contact.
Catch him off guard.
So the reason this is the right answer here is because you're avoiding direct confrontation without showcasing your fear. You don't engage, you don't escalate, but you also don't turn your back on them. You stay in the open where you can be seen, and where they can also be seen. Option A, approaching confidently, is the wrong choice because approaching confidently is still approaching, and it assumes you understand the threat level, and you don't. Confidence won't necessarily stop a predator. It just gets you closer to their reach. Option C, ducking into a side path, is also the wrong answer because this gives up the only light source that you have, and you're trading visibility for panic here, and creating a choke point where you can't be seen or helped. Option D, calling out, is also risky because here you're establishing contact, inviting a response, and giving away your emotional state. Worst case, you're telling them that you notice them, and that you're also alone.
Copy this graph. What graph?
So you cross the street, slow, steady, with your eyes forward. The figure doesn't move. You pass under the lamplight and glance back. Just once. And they're still there. Still watching. Not following. Not yet. But the air behind you feels full.
You know, I don't think I would be as afraid of a vampire. Like, I'm imagining this guy in, like, a top hat and, like, a trench coat. Just, like, standing, looking at the ground. Right? It would be a hell of a lot scarier if they were, like, from the Smile movie. Like, that would be the creepiest thing. I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, alone at night, and you're just, like, in an alleyway, and some guy's just under a street lamp, just, like, staring at you. Like, that would be fucking mortifying.
Walking. The street narrows. You pass a door that's been left ajar. A tiny convenience shop with flickering fluorescent lights. You step inside. A woman is sweeping in the back. The figure who follows you lingers in the street opposite, watching. They don't enter the store. The woman in the back calls out in broken English.
You're American, just shoot him. I don't have silver bullets. Dick. You're an American. Just shoot him. Huh. Just take out your gun. All of you have. Right? You guys are always killing each other with them. This time, there's a reason to have one.
I finish in 10. Safe. She gestures
Silver doesn't kill vampires. Fake horror fan. It's a wooden stake to the heart. Garlic is dangerous to them. What does a silver bullet kill? That's a werewolf.
The small delivery van parked in the alley.
Buddy, I've watched almost every season of Supernatural, okay? Buddy, I've seen almost every season of Supernatural. You don't think I know? You don't think I know the lore on how to kill a vampire?
Out back. What do you do? Option A, accept. You wait inside with her until she finishes, then take the van. Option B, politely decline and continue walking towards your inn, staying on.
Oh shit! What's happening? Sorry.
She gestures toward the small delivery van parked in the alley out back. What do you do? Option A, accept. You wait inside with her until she finishes, then take the van. Option B, politely decline and continue.
The woman calls out in broken English. You take my lift. I finish in 10. Safe. She gestures towards a small delivery van in the alley out back. I think I'd kill her if she pressed me, so I think I'm gonna accept.
You walking towards your inn, staying on lit streets. Option C, ask if you can wait inside the shop for a few minutes, and then leave on foot once the figure is gone. Or Option D, step outside the shop and try to confront the follower. See if they'll speak.
C.
So the correct answer here is option C. Ask if you can wait inside the shop for a few minutes and then leave on foot once the figure is gone. So the reason this is the right answer is because here you're buying time without committing to transport. Here you're under light on neutral ground with a potential ally, and you're not putting yourself in a confined space with anyone. Option A, getting into a stranger's vehicle.
And if this old lady presses me, I put her in a full Nelson.
Gamble, especially down a dark alley. Even if she seems kind, you can't verify her intentions or who else might be involved. Waiting inside the shop is also a gamble, but it's a lower risk one. In the van, you're in a confined space, and if it's a trap, there's no exit. Whereas the shop is still in a public-facing, visibly lit area where you can leave at any time and there are multiple exits. Option B, continuing alone, is the wrong answer because this keeps you exposed, and you're gambling that the figure outside won't escalate the moment you leave the range of potential witnesses. Option D, confrontation, is the most dangerous move here, elevating the encounter into a challenge, and you don't know who the figure is or what they want. Speaking to something you don't.
He could just be a fucking crackhead. Like, what do we talk? I mean, we don't even know if he's a vampire yet. I just left the bar and the first guy I see under a dim lit lamp, I'm thinking is a fucking vampire. That's just like paranoia.
Understand is often how these stories end. So you linger inside the shop. The woman keeps sweeping. Slow.
The literal first guy I see. We're in Romania. Okay, I'm in Romania. I'm in Albania. I'm in the Balkans. All right. And the first guy I see after I leave the bar is just fucking standing there, and I'm like, oh, must be Nosferatu.
And rhythmic. She doesn't speak to you, but she doesn't ask you to leave either. The figure stands outside, still watching. Minutes pass, and then, finally, they step backward into the dark. They just vanish behind a parked car. The woman stops sweeping. Go, now, she says. It won't stay gone. You thank her quietly and step out. The street is silent. You walk fast. You reach the guest house gate. You step through, and you're about to feel relief until you see it. The figure is back, 20 feet behind you, just beyond the outer lamp. Then,
bro, I'm about to just make myself like a fucking gross, like, dude, like, if a vampire's trying to kill me, I'm about to just cover myself in poop. Like, because, bro, that's like ruining the meal. You know what I mean? Like, this guy wants to eat me. Like, if I just like cover myself in feces, like, he's not gonna fucking eat me. Like, no, seriously, bro. Yeah, like, cover myself in onions and garlic and fucking poop. Make myself smell putrid, dude.
They speak, voice low.
Vomit everywhere.
Like breath on glass. I'm so cold. Please, only a minute. Your charm is warm in your pocket. Across the street, a window flickers with the faint glow of the television. A cat watches from the garden wall. What do? Option A, crack the gate just.
Oh my god. Beyond the outer lamp, they speak voice low like a low breath. I'm so cold, please, only a minute. Charm is warm in your pocket. Across the street, a window flickers with the faint glow of the television. A cat watches from the garden wall.
Enough to shine your phone flashlight outside without stepping out. Option B, step inside, lock the gate, and call the host quietly. Option C, open the gate and offer to bring them a blanket. Test their reaction. Or option D, pretend you can't hear them and go straight inside without looking back.
And like you could like, flood a bog or whatever it's called for cranberries and shit. Like there's different methods of farming.
We're in a central tool in the south of Thailand. We're in Surat Thani. We're going to see exactly how they're trained up and how they turn into coconut harvesting machines.
He has been doing this since he was 15 years old.
Wow, that's crazy, huh?
He's 57 now. Can you
57?
tell? He looks so young.
How many monkeys do you think you've trained?
He think about 1,000 of monkeys.
1,000 monkeys?
Yeah, about 1,000
Wow,
of monkeys
that's crazy.
already.
Okay, so the monkey school setup is kind of, I don't know what you'd imagine, because you don't know what a monkey school looks like, right? But essentially, a bunch of coconut trees.
Do you think he's training them and then deciding which ones are picking up faster and then having those ones breed to efficiently make a smarter monkey population?
Makes sense. These tires are attached to the bottom of them.
Like he's selectively choosing which ones do better.
Each monkey gets one tire, one coconut tree. That's their hangout, their base. And they're
they get like a home?
Periodically brought into the sort of the class section, the curriculum section of the school, and I've got to admit, that's kind of crazy.
Like, I don't know if I think this is fucked up or not. Like, I've never even heard of this. They get their own home and they have to pick coconuts.
Crazy to me that you can train a monkey in 50 days to do this so full.
I'm kind of on the fence. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I need to know more.
Honestly, and trust me, these things will blow your mind. The level of mastery, the smarts of these monkeys are fascinating. Here it goes.
So the first step is to learn spinning the coconut. Spin. They will do this for 10 days. Another interesting thing is like...
He'll just spin a coconut in front of their face for 10 fucking days until they pick up on that shit. Oh my god. Dude, that monkey's gotta be so confused for the first 3 days. Just fucking watching this guy spin a coconut right at his forehead.
They cannot focus for
No, they have. Yeah, dude, they have low attention spans because they're babies. They need to. Yeah, they need to be able to understand how to detach the coconut from the tree.
A long period of time, right? So he said like only 2 to 5 minutes or less than that.
Oh, they only do this for 5 minutes? Oh, because he's doing this for 10 days, but they only do it in 5-minute intervals, and then he lets him go back and goes and grabs the other one.
That's all.
So it's like these short periods.
It's like Super Monkey Ball.
Periods of training.
Because they cannot focus, they don't want to be trained that long. Yeah, the well-behaved after training, he will sell like 15,000 baht.
15,000 baht for 1 monkey.
15,000 baht for 1 monkey.
All right, guys.
What do you mean he's selling the monkeys to like different like farms?
Second step is now learning to hang on the tree.
The monkeys learn to use 3 limbs to twist while anchoring with the 4th. Then it's just a matter of elevation. Day by day, the coconuts get higher and higher.
That was super quick and super impressive. He jumped right up there, nailed the 2 down. Boom.
I mean, this is impressive to watch.
Let's move on to class number 3.
Selection. The monkeys learn to select just the coconuts that contain water, typically by their color.
He's like ready to roll this one.
Business time.
Oh my God, guys, this guy is like clipping along. That's 2 coconuts down, 3 coconuts down. He is absolutely crushing this. 4 coconuts.
Nah, he's not supposed to spin those ones.
5. Last one.
Class 4 is safety. These monkeys actually learn to untie knots and tangles because at 50 feet up, no human can climb up to save them.
Whoa.
Wow.
To untie knots and tangles because at 50 feet up, no human can climb up to save them.
Whoa.
And he knew which part of the loop to climb through to untangle himself. Dude, I feel like humans would struggle with that. Like, I would not know which one to climb through.
Whoa. That is crazy. I've never been so impressed. That was absolutely crazy. 3 different types of tangle that are common, 3 different types of knots.
He's gonna untie that?
Essentially just, you know, standard.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. He's gonna untie that. Dude, that is like when your charger cord gets like fucking wrapped around somehow in like 10, or like you're trying to untangle earbuds.
Types of knot, essentially
like
just
corded earbuds. He's gonna fucking get through that.
You know, standard, it's
no
through itself.
way.
He's gonna loosen it up with his teeth and then climb right through. One that's just doubled over, he just undoes the entire thing with his hands. Whew. Wow. All right, this guy's not a fan of me, but I am a fan of him. That was...
Oh, does he want to attack him?
Insanely impressive. All right, guys, we're loading up these monkeys. Very much vehicle trained. You see them hanging onto the side of all kinds of crazy contraptions driving around these areas. So it's time to go harvest some real coconuts.
Class 5. Time to get real. Let's move from the classroom to the...
See, they do get treats and shit. I don't know. Like, it's hard to gauge their happiness. It doesn't seem like they're being mistreated right now. They're just on a leash so they don't run away. But it's like, if they're being rewarded, they seem fine. I know, but it's also like, well, if you took them off the leash, would they run away? And then you could say that's fucked up, right? That they have them. But you could say the same thing about a lot of dogs as well that don't like follow their owners.
Coconut Grove.
What else would they be doing? In the jungle, probably doing the same shit for themselves. I mean, now they just have food provided for them, maybe better medical care, because, like, if they get injured, they'll probably be, like, go to a vet.
All right, guys, we're on our way to the monkey.
They live better than in nature. I think that depends on where they're selling them to. I think that's something that needs to be said, because this is a training facility. I don't know if they're training them and then in-house using them. If they sell them off to a farmer that's now using them in like hurting them,
Farm is kind of crazy.
That would be animal abuse.
Dogs coming along, 3 monkeys. They look pretty old, pretty well trained. These are obviously some veterans in the coconut trade. And yeah, I know.
Yeah, because like you would, the argument for it being fucked up is like, oh, because it's a monkey. But for like a border collie, it wouldn't. But border collies are also bred animals from, like, they didn't exist without humans.
Kind of wild just watching them hold on. I guess it makes sense. But let's see how it goes down. Dog seems amped up as well.
They're taken out to...
I mean, getting the dog some exercise, but he can't just hitch a ride. We're making him run the whole fucking way.
Seems amped up as well.
Does he want to run the whole way through? There's a little space in there. I mean, you can sit in there.
They're taken out to actual coconut fields and they're worked in a 3-monkey rotation. They're not ready yet for the full-blown day's work of a working monkey, but they're getting...
Oh, see, I don't think they should be working like 8-hour shifts. I feel like they should work like an hour, and then they get to do whatever the fuck they want.
real experience in an actual field.
Yeah, I don't know if they should work an 8-hour. Like if you're making the monkey work a 9 to 5, I think that's probably animal abuse. I think that's crazy.
All right, guys, enough of
compensation for that. Yeah, they need a 401k and benefits.
the school, enough of the practice. Bowie, it is time for some actual harvesting, huh?
The 3 apprentices perform surprisingly well. They need constant coaxing.
That's a lot of fucking coconuts, man.
And their attention holds for just 1 or 2 trees before it drifts and they just can't be trained anymore. So that's why they're worked in rotation.
Oh my god, there's a huge tree.
At times, though, they're even working in parallel. Just
that's
2
like a 50-foot fucking tree.
Monkeys up there in the trees, one working each tree, harvesting together.
Alright guys, it's crazy how tall this tree is. Like there's no way you'd be climbing up there. I mean, maybe you could if you had a death wish. But this monkey is making kind of short work of it. We are kind of having to call to him every now and then.
We work 9 to 5s though. Yeah, you also get benefits from your employer, and you're a human living in a society that like understands the idea of a 9 to 5.
It is crazy how high these things
You're choosing that.
are.
Like society chose that.
But he's on his like maybe 4th or 5th coconut right now. And yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, the big issue is the monkey's not choosing to do it.
Here it goes.
That's where it's like, that's where people are going to argue whether or not this is abuse. Outside of that, it's like, it doesn't really seem like they're being mistreated.
Flying everywhere, these coconuts. I gotta admit, you gotta keep an eye on it. It is a little bit dangerous. He's just calling out to it. It's being a little bit choosy, a little bit picky, hunting around, finding the right coconut, and then just boom, spinning them around. They come down in short order. They fly everywhere. Again, gotta keep an eye on it. Just crazy though, how high this tree is. And I've got to admit how effective this has been so far. 1 tree, maybe 6 or 7 coconuts. Yeah, maybe I should keep an eye on this.
And it's really hard to not be impressed by what these guys can do.
It's 2026. It's 2026, chat. Jesus Christ. Give it a rest. Give it a rest. Give it a rest, bro. Come on, man. It's not funny anymore. It's not.
I don't know why Oz's tree took down, I don't know, 15, 20 coconuts in absolutely no time.
But like, how much are they selling? I know they're turning the coconuts into coconut water and then packaging, selling that. But like, how much do you think they're making off 1 coconut? Like when the monkey rips a coconut off, falls to the ground, is that like 20 cents? Like how much is that worth? Bro, the only other thing I worry about is like that motherfucker falling from the tree and dying. Like, obviously it's a smart ape. Like it's probably not, but...
Pretty impressive how selective these monkeys are and how much you kind of trust them. Like he'll call out to them, sort of push them to take the coconuts, but as soon as it seems like the monkey is done, like he's saying,
Later that day, we run into real working monkeys. They arrive just right.
Wait, those were apprentices. So this one's like seasoned veteran, been working the biz for 10 years. He's got a pension built up.
Riding on motorbikes, pulling up to a roadside pit stop. One of them's on the side of a trike, the other's just hanging onto the back of a motorbike like a school kid in Vietnam, catching a ride home.
Wow, and they just hang out with humans. Do you think they perceive the humans as different from themselves? I always wonder that about, like, apes. Like, if you lived with a bunch of gorillas, would they be like, this guy's weird? Or would they see you as one of them? Like, obviously, like, a cat would see you as different. But, like, if you're, like, a lot of apes are very similar to humans. Would they just be like, that's a big human? And he's kind of pale.
up there is a monkey gathering coconuts. It's been going on for more than 400 years. God.
They've been doing this shit since the 1600s. Who was the first motherfucker to try and teach a monkey to grab a coconut? Wow.
He's just shredding through that tree in absolute seconds.
You think he
I will say this is the most impressive thing that I've seen in 2026.
very gentle while he's doing that. He's just like moving his hands like that. Not even
We are only 9 days in.
shouting or anything.
Right, the monkey just doing what it does.
Yeah. He said like the monkeys already know what to do, but he also like help to guide a little bit too. So
Like this seems to be far more working monkeys than the ones that we saw getting trained up. They don't have to sort of yell at them that much. They
Andrew
just
Fraser gets knocked out by falling coconut. Wow, these monkeys really are very fascinating. Oh! Just fucking one bonks him right on the head. Unripe too. Just a hard green coconut. It's gotta be, in the 400 years of them doing this, there has to be a colorblind monkey that really sucks at this and just fails out of the coconut school.
And these two are big adult males. They make the apprentice monkeys look like they're on training wheels. They're huge, strong, and they just blitz through trees.
Oh, these are like they're not even adults. These are like teenage monkeys.
Strong, and they just blitz through trees.
Can you ask him if he's ever been hit by a coconut?
yeah, sometimes. Or just sometimes when they hit the tree and then like, you know, just hit him too sometimes. But that is it. Like you have to be very cautious. You have to fall.
Would that shit kill you? I know people die from falling coconuts every year, but like if that monkey threw the coconut and it like hit you in the head, would you just die on the spot? I feel like you wouldn't die. Even if it's like 50 feet. I mean, how heavy is the coconut?
We're told pretty bluntly that the meaner the monkey, the better they are for harvesting. And honestly,
what?
I can see why. These guys move at an absurd pace. You're filming below, and it's just non-stop thud of coconuts hitting around you.
Like his monkey.
I don't know. I wonder, like, do you think they find it fun?
They are very well trained, right? So one monkey can harvest about 1,000 coconuts a day.
1,000 a day? Nah, they're making this motherfucker work a 9 to 5. 1,000 a day. I mean, a tree probably has like 30 or like at least 10. So they're doing like 100 trees. That probably doesn't take them 8 hours if they're quick.
It is wild. They don't even really seem to come down. They just jump from tree to tree. They do kind of just take breaks up there every now and then, think about which one they want to knock down. But
yeah, hit a fire. They just start jerking off. Just a quick smoke break up at the top. Bro, they do that. Have you ever seen the videos? Bro, no, monkeys do that shit. I swear to God. Dude, okay, don't look it up. But you know he's up there, bro. Guy's like, come on, man. You haven't fucking it. Oh, why is it raining?
And as we drive around the area, we run into harvester after harvester. These little Honda bikes with a sidecar for coconuts. And you pull up and you see the monkeys just hanging out in the trees and collecting the coconuts.
So again, guys, similar kind of setup. A couple of these trikes. Big boy monkeys, males. Mainly, apparently females and males can do this job, but the males seem to be the choice selection. They're rocking.
Holy fuck! That one of them grabbed that many in that amount of time? Dude, that's like 100.
Until midday, it is getting hot right now, so I bet they're about to take a break and just look at all those coconuts. Like that is thousands of coconuts these guys have cleared out.
All right, I don't know about thousands, Andrew. I think we might need to take a class on counting. I'd go maybe 120.
There's monkeys working all around this area, and it does seem to be a pretty much thriving community of them.
Oh la la.
Every time it's a big adult male.
Yo, that one does look bulky as fuck, you know what I mean? He's kind of like that hippo from Madagascar.
Oh, he's a big one, huh?
I feel like he'd walk out some hardcore. Oh, God, their buttholes are always just out, bro. Damn. Why are you staring? I don't know. It's the entire backside of the monkey, bro. Now you're making me rewind to go look at its butthole, dude. What the fuck? Yo, like that shit. Stop. I'm moving forward.
These coconut trees is like about 100 years old plus.
Wow.
Because
They're
this
that
area
old?
is like, it's not modern farming. So you can see that it's not like in the same line, just like other provinces that we drove past, right? So you can see like, this is not very well organized because it's like Nature.
Right.
In the West, we have a long tradition of working animals. Herding dogs, cattle dogs, horses pulling loads and racing, falcons used for hunting. And we don't see those really as shocking. We see it as kind of normal, charming even, as tradition.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it really is like the same. It is the same thing.
And we don't see those really as shocking. We see it as kind of normal, charming even, as tradition. And the difference seems pretty simple. Dogs are working animals to us. Monkeys in our minds are supposed to be wild, supposed to belong in the jungle. But here in
because we've never lived around them, but if you're around them all the time, you'd be like, oh, that's normal.
southern Thailand, that distinction doesn't really exist. For generations, people have raised monkeys to work alongside them. This practice goes back well over 100 years. And today, by law...
Holy fuck! Talk about a Fast and Furious jump. I mean, he was confident in that.
This
Wow!
practice goes back well over 100
I would not have done that.
years.
Holy shit, dude. That was like a... What if that shit snapped?
And today, by law, the monkeys are bred in captivity. They're raised from young, treated like family. One handler told me his monkey sleeps in his house with him. They don't describe this as labor, but as skill. Something to be respected, to take pride in. They even compete to see whose monkey is the best.
How long has he done?
No fucking way. They have dude, this is just like a dog competition. Like where you have dogs just like see how far they can jump into a pool. Or like they go through those obstacle courses.
Guys, I've got to admit, I sort of came here thinking that I would come away with a very, very negative perception of this. And it hasn't been the case at all. Like, when you talk to these guys, they insist that they treat these things like they're their babies. They sleep with them, they're not kept in cages, they're out there in the coconuts, and
I don't know, man. It really ruined the dynamic if I walked into my monkey jerking off. I think that would be an immediate vibe killer. It's like when your dog humps you. It's just like, ugh, no. Dude, that's a top 5. That's got to be like a top 5, top 3 most awkward thing everybody experiences is going over one of your friend's house and they have a male dog that just starts fucking humping your leg, dude. That shit, and you're like trying to walk away and it just fucking grabs onto you, dude. Yeah, it's like a wrestler just fucking hunkering down on your leg, man. It sucks. And you're just sitting there like, ugh, no. I ain't doing that shit, bro. I'm gonna scream at that dog. If a dog starts humping me, I'm going, no!
Seems like a pretty symbiotic relationship between the handlers, the monkeys. It's been a tradition.
Joe's dealt with a hard banana. Yeah, then they get a red rocket. Oh, God, dude, that shit's fucking disgusting.
Here for up to 400 years. It provides livelihoods for the locals. I think there's something kind of compelling about it. And when you read online, you hear the negative sides of these stories. You're told that these monkeys are ripped away from their mothers as babies so that they're easier to train. People are uncomfortable with a wild animal being used for sort of labor. And I can't verify, a lot of the monkeys here supposedly are now bred in captivity.
I think that's the distinguishing factor, is if this has been like, if they're taking them from the wild and training them, that's different than if they've been bred for 300-400 years to be monkeys that work like and live side by side with humans, you know, because then they're starting to like distinguish themselves from wild apes.
But at the very least, I think it's more ambiguous than it is being portrayed as by some of the people out there on the internet.
There is also a practical reality as well. These coconut groves are ancient. Some of these trees are several hundred years old and they stretch as far as you can see. There are hundreds of
Oh, wow, this doesn't even look real.
thousands of
These are all coconut trees?
acres of ancient coconut grove in Surat Thani. It is the entire ecosystem.
Is it still common for people to use these monkeys to harvest the coconuts, or is it something that's kind of dying out?
Yeah, he said
At
it's
some point, there's going to be a machine that'll do it.
still pretty common around here.
And without trained monkeys, well, the alternative would be to cut them down. Replace these ecosystems with the tiny micro trees that are springing.
Oh, see, that's what I've seen. I've never actually been, like, I've been to, like, I've never been to Asia, but I've been to like the Caribbean where there's coconut trees, and they're always like, what, like 15, 20 feet? Like, I've never seen a coconut tree this high.
Replace these ecosystems with the tiny micro trees that are springing up everywhere else. And I think that's where things get kind of complicated.
They only can use the monkey in this area, cannot go other area. They'll get arrested by the police.
Really?
Yeah, because because of the, 2 or 3 years ago of the news, like the trading between Thailand and the US, I think. Yeah, they're strictly forcing the laws.
Crazy, huh? So they're really cracking down on this way of life.
Yes, and it's like just not.
The monkeys get arrested or the people? Sewer water. Take a guess. Take a guess. Sewer water, gun to your head. Do you think the human's gonna get arrested for leaving the area and harvesting coconuts, or the monkey?
Look, I get it. Monkeys are incredibly intelligent animals. It can suck to see them on a leash. Watching them work, it can make us feel uncomfortable. But is this really so different from dogs and horses and falconry? Or is it just something that's not that familiar to us? It starts to feel like this double standard, like animal labor is acceptable when it fits our Western traditions, but when it doesn't, then it's abuse.
These babies should...
Well, the weirdest thing about horse races is they're really fucking... Horses are, like, driven to the fucking brink, bro. And they're young. Like, when you see those horse racers, the only thing is, like, they have to work that hard for the first 2 years of their life. And to my knowledge, I don't even think the owners of those horses make that much money from the racing itself. Obviously, they're betting. But the money maker is when that horse is done, they just sell that horse to fuck for like 10 years.
Be cradled by their mothers, but they're prisoners.
The statement is by PETA, and normally I don't go with stuff that PETA says.
And in the end, this debate, I don't think it's going to matter for that much longer anyway. The new laws are already being put in place. It feels like Thailand.
Dude, that's the problem with PETA too, is like they'll have things that aren't crazy, but like PETA gets clowned on so hard because they take offense to everything. Somebody said I missed the old PETA. That's what I'm saying. It's like what they stand for isn't bad, but it's like PETA will be commenting about shit that's like not bad a lot of the time. And so then people just clown on them.
And is ready to move on. And the old groves, they're beginning to disappear also. Bit by bit, they're getting replaced with those short, stumpy trees. Something that can be easily harvested by a machine, benefiting from the new economics.
You see these short-ass coconut trees? These are the sort of modern plantations. They don't grow high at all, and you can just pick them right away.
Yeah, humans just pick them.
And so if you feel uncomfortable...
I will say, I think, I didn't know this existed where they could just have micro trees. I feel like they should just do this, but I do understand there's literally like thousands of acres of land of these tall ass trees.
About this at all. Let me just reassure you that I think this is a tradition and a practice that is going to just naturally die out. Anyway, fortunately...
It's going to naturally die out because it is just less efficient. Like, it makes more sense long-term to just have fields of smaller trees that you could just have a human pick them or a machine even come by.
Or unfortunately, depending upon the way you look at it, this is the future. It's just so much easier. So I guess I'm just happy I get to document this whilst it still hangs around.
Wow. What a fun fucking video to watch. Fucked up in the beginning, too. More questionable near the end, but what seems to be a reliable and good way to harvest will be replaced by diesel burning machines. Makes sense to this day and age. While the monkeys untying the knots this day is really insane. No, that was the craziest part. Like, that was the most impressive thing, was its capability to untie and crawl through knots to be able to like untangle itself. Next video chat, lock in.
My zesty theory is being proven again, and I find this is no better time than any to really dive into the BP terminology. First word you probably already know, it's Chad. These are people that the BP community can collectively agree, look good. So mainly like these three models. And then we have Chad Light. What am I talking about, cunt? But anyways, this is just a little lower. You wouldn't really be considered a Chad, but I don't know if you have to apply for Chad status. Is that something that they do?
No, I always thought that you can't move up. Like far, right? In the BP community, well, you could like make yourself more attractive and move up, but like if you're sub 5, you're never going to be a Chad in the BP community. But if you're like a Chad light, if you got like a different haircut, maybe like they'll fucking up you. I don't know.
I don't know. But if you're an unidentified attractive person, you're what's known as an unknown slayer. Like this random ass kid in the back of this video, he went viral on TikTok for a little bit. People calling him unknown slayer. Another example is this one guy. I just wanted to point it out because of this comment. Nigga said bro is real life Marlon.
Bro, what the fuck is you even
Real life Marlon, like Marlon's an anime character that doesn't exist.
talking about, bro?
What the fuck does that mean, bro? I'm telling you, they worship this nigga Marlon like a deity. They don't even consider him real. And if you're the very pinnacle of male attractiveness, you're what's known as a true Adam. And this one guy they call a true Aladdin because he's Middle Eastern. There's not really a pattern there because that's the only example I could find. So maybe there's a different true so-and-so depending on
Who's like a true Adam though?
the race. I don't know. And then we have the term high tier normie, or HTN for short, which means you're a really good looking person for somebody that's not an actor or model, just missing out on Chad light status. There's also mid tier normie, which is somebody who out of 10 is like a 6 to a 7. I know what I just said. Just be cool.
I think people normally rate me like mid low tier normie.
Please. Then there's a low tier normie, which is pretty much just an average looking person. And then, you know, sub 5, which you know what that means. That's pretty much all the dumbass terminology these niggas use. But we also have the president of Black Pill, Clav. You know, interesting guy. People call him the insecure final boss.
Marlon Boggs. Didn't he say, oh my god, wait. I know this clip.
Marlon Boggs, all of you? Yeah, but he's black.
Yeah, what a fucking comeback. What a fucking comeback. Isn't Marlon also not black? Like, it's just, Marlon Moggs, all of you. Yeah, but he's black, so.
No, he's not.
Reasonable take. But overall, the whole belief with Black Pill is lookism, which means if you're chopped, people are just gonna treat you well.
Like, what that means. Like, what an outwardly racist thing to say. Like, it's just like, yeah, but you know.
Obviously, people do treat you different depending on how you look. You see how they did Dream? Bro, people who had never heard of him were just flaming him after the face reveal.
What do you think the BP community rates Dream?
Just because he looked a little bit like Rumpelstiltskin. It's really just the angle he recorded it. He's not even chopped for real. See? But you know,
Sub 5?
the idea of people...
I feel like they do like low tier normally sub 5. I don't know. It's just like anybody, dude, when you go on like BP TikTok, you realize anybody you like, dude, like Brad Pitt, for example, they probably rate him pretty high. I would say Brad Pitt is a 10. I would say Brad Pitt in Fight Club is a 10. Like, he is like a very attractive guy. But I feel like I could say that. I don't know what they rate him, but I wouldn't be surprised if like I would say, hey, this guy looks like a 10, 4. And here's why. And then they'll give you a 4-paragraph statement on like every small thing that's wrong with their face and why they should be rated lower.
Treating you differently just because of how you look. Black pillars just do too much with it.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not.
What? 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 Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he was a Chad? Probably not. Is this a fucking meme video? Clav is trying to say that if Charlie Kirk was more attractive, he wouldn't have gotten fucking killed.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not, and here's why. Good-looking people experience something called the halo effect, so it's quite possible that if Charlie were to be better looking, someone wouldn't have hated him enough to assassinate him.
The whole mess.
What? 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 What the fuck? What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? If he was more attractive, he wouldn't have died. I mean, I could understand, like, you're saying the halo effect of, like, people like more attractive people. Not in the argument of assassinations. I feel like the immediate counterpoint to that is, like, it wasn't John F. Kennedy considerably one of the most attractive presidents ever? Shot in the head. Broad daylight.
It's just lost to me now. I don't even know what's going on. The belief in this...
What? Oh, well, he was a Chad White. He wasn't a Chad.
This idea is objectively wrong and also lame. Please find a place of employment. Where are you finding this time to edit over people that you have been chopped? See, self-improvement, and I guess looks maxing by extension, is not necessarily a bad thing. And honestly, I believe having deep pockets is more powerful than looking good. Let's take this guy Cuffham, for example. See, I'm not gonna say he's chopped. Let's just let the results speak.
The first algorithm we'll look at is designed to judge the beauty or attractiveness of your face.
Point two? No fucking way.
will give you a score between 0 and 10.
But he has motion and he's pretty financially abundant, and he has managed to acquire females. Money and status really has a larger influence on how you look. Am I about to make my own pill? I'ma call that shit purple pill, or PP for short. But deep it though, Elon Musk could really bag more than a broke ass nigga that looks like this. And Elon really built like a Tesla for real. But it doesn't really matter because that 0.7 in his net worth could retire several generations, alright? Yet black pillars still believe looks are everything.
Damn, I didn't even think about that, bro. The 0.7, the 0.7, $700 million.
Generations, alright? Yet black pillars still believe looks are everything, you slow ass niggas. So you know, instead of smashing your skull, how about you get some motion? Looks maxes, black pillars, they're a community and they like to share their knowledge. And the best place to see this in action is Reddit/looksmaxing advice. Whatever you do, if you want actual advice, do not look on here. Let's take a look, shall we? 15, male, is it over for me? Nigga in the comments said, you could just be famous. Alright, bro must have taken PP. That stands for purple pill, by the way. Okay, next. What can I do? Please be honest. Okay, so niggas are trolling. Okay, so the 1 in a billion chance that, okay, the 1 in 0 chance that this is real. It's time to let it go, Unk. Let me try to find some actual serious ones then. Alright, this guy, 28, chronically single, and I know my forehead is huge. Okay, sounds reasonable. His forehead cannot be that bad. Interesting. The comments have some helpful suggestions. Shaved head might be the move. Maybe balance it out with a light goatee. You evil ass nigga, okay? You know what you're doing, bro. Gain about 30 pounds and you grow into that head. Is that something?
Gain about 30 pounds and you grow. Stop. I'm trying to. That's actually fucked. No, that's actually fucked.
You can grow into a head. Tell women you can read minds. Next, bro. Surprisingly, a lot of women are on this subreddit too. I don't think they really reply to
There's women in the BP community. I thought that's only, but is there like BP guidelines for women?
Posts, but they put a lot of them up. And maybe my black pillars being zesty theory was wrong, because a lot of them put up shots instead of actually giving advice. How big is my forehead? 1 to 10. You know, coming from the last one, you know, I'm gonna give this shit a 1. I think a lot of people in the comments forgot that question though, especially fucking Shakespeare over here. I'm captivated by how pretty you are. I would kiss that big forehead. It's not big, just kissable is all. I'll give it to you. You're tough, I guess, twin. Shut of the year. And then there's this guy that just said, can I have your number, please?
No. Oh my goodness, Valentine!
No,
Whoa, no!
No.
That is not the shot!
No. That's air, bro. That's straight air. And you know, sometimes even the girls' posts get flamed. You find me attractive. Why/why not? See,
why are women going on the looks max? I mean, like, why is anybody going on this? But why are women going on the looks maxing advice?
See, a lot of these comments are just not nice. But one stood out to me. This guy said, you look like you're offended by everything. Honestly, not a bad observation. You can't hate it. Okay, the more I dive down this subreddit, the less I believe it's actually serious. Just look at—
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it's got to be meme shit. There's probably like there is a BP community. But like, dude, a subreddit that anybody can join, bro. A lot of people are just going to join it to troll.
Some of these posts. Is it over for me? 214 male. It's been over for quite some time, Abe. 19 female. How do I improve my looks? Reincarnation, man. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it there. But, you know, message of the vid, take PP, not BP. Bye. Outro.
Wow. Next video, chat. Smash or pass, hear me out edition. Surely this is gonna be a banger, right?
Welcome to a new video. Let's play Smash or Pass with the Hear Me Out characters from our—
Oh, is that an AI voice? Ew.
Viewers. There are some interesting ones. Let's go. Would you smash?
Smash. Smash. Nick Wilde, smash.
Smash, or would you pass?
Smash. Hunk. Smash. It's not even close. Are you kidding me? That's not a Hear Me Out edition. Like, you're Zootopia? That's like the most— Smash. Smash. Smash of the Bird, too. Are you kidding me? Mufasa? Mufasa? King of the Jungle? Giving you too much time to think.
What will you choose?
Pass. Here? Roderick Heffley? No. No. Badass? Pass. Cool guy? Pass. You might be gay for saying that I wanted to Mufasa, the coolest guy in town, the main character.
Smash or
Toothless! Pass.
smash.
I do love Toothless. Toothless would be like the Mary in a Mary kill. Like I'm not f***ing Toothless. I would love to like, you know, marry Toothless in like a platonic way. Like he's like a pet. Yeah, it's not like, I don't know, like Nick Wilde, yeah, it's a fox, but it's like he's like an anthropomorphic fox. Toothless is just like a dragon.
What's your choice?
Ooh, Barry B. Benson? Pass. You're smashing Barry B. Benson. Barry B. Benson is the most annoying fucking guy in the world. Why is it all guys? I don't know.
How about
Oh my God, smash. Mr. Clean? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, the earring? I used to think that Mr. Clean was Howie Mandel from Deal or No Deal. And let me tell you, bro, Howie Mandel during the Deal or No Deal days, smash. Smash. Are you fucking kidding me? Clean, bald head. He had those gold earrings and that goatee. Or that, like, weird, like, beard, like, stash he had. I'm smashing Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean's awesome. What are you fucking... Dude, that's like... Mr. Clean's like a jacked guy.
Would you smash?
Chat GPT. Pass. Are you fucking kidding me? What, the app or the AI? Like, what is the question here? The app. How do you even do that? Remy the Rat? Why are they all men? Why is it all guys right now? Wait, what is happening? Remy the Rat? Could he control me? Like, could it be like a third person type of thing? Like, he's in my hair and I'm wearing a hat? Like, Remy's a rat. I don't know.
It's one.
Pass. Pass under the guise that it's just him. But if he's allowed to, like, be there, Remy can take the reins.
What will you choose here?
Bullet Bill from Mario Kart. He's kind of shaped like a butt plug. I'm going to pass.
Smash or
pass. Judge Judy. Oh, God. Pass. Pass. Give me another Mr. Clean here, dude. Pass. What's the hear me out on Judge Judy?
What's your choice?
Smash. Eve from Wall-E. Bro, I'd be like Wall-E in that shit. Smash. Eve is awesome. Eve is awesome and also, like, the coolest robot in the universe, in that world. Childhood Clippy. Clippy. Ooh. This is a hard one. I don't think I'm fucking Clippy. I think I'm going to pass. How would that even work? How would that even work? He's a paper clip. I'm going to pass on Clippy.
Would you smash?
Smash. Gloria from Madagascar. I had a crush on Gloria from Madagascar. Are you kidding me? Remember that Moto scene? I like them big. I like them chunky. Yo, that guy was badass too. Gloria from Madagascar was like the coolest person ever. Does she have to remain a hippo though? Does she have to remain a hippo? Play the scene? No.
How about this?
Oh, fuck no. The Cheshire Cat's getting a pass. Cheshire Cat's getting 100% pass on this one. Dude, that creepy-ass smile. Oh, fuck no, dude. That's actually terrifying. He does have a nice voice, though. Doesn't the Cheshire... What does the Cheshire Cat sound like? Doesn't the Cheshire Cat have, like, a smooth voice? Cheshire Cat. Hey. That's what he sounds like, right? Cheshire Cat voice.
Better have a look.
Oh, he does. Oh, no, but look at his fucking face, chat. That's terrifying. Look at him. And he's always like like 3 fucking inches away from your face. No. Mr. Mosby? Mr. Mosby? Pass. They're coming up with some creative ones. I didn't think Mr. Mosby would be on this list. Smash. Are you fucking kidding me? Green M&M? Before or after the sexy boots?
Or pass.
Before or after the sexy boots? Is this pre or post woke green M&M? Is this Tucker Carlson green M&M? I think it's the green M&M in the image. Pre-nerf.
What's your choice?
Megamind? Pass. Is it blue? Smash.
How about Winona Ryder in
Pass.
Beetlejuice?
Pass. Probably smells bad too. Pass. Gross. Pass.
Would you smash or
Pass.
would you pass?
Any character from Phineas and Ferb is a hard pass. Hard pass. For multiple reasons.
How about this one?
Pat the Handy Hammer. Handy Bandy Hammer. Pat. Pass. I feel like I'm passing on a lot of these.
What will you choose?
Blue's Clues, but Steve from Blue's Clues. Pass. God, man. Why Smash? So many people are saying Smash. The dog? No. Steve, the guy. I feel like that's bestiality if you say Smash to the dog, bruh. It's different with the hippo, like Gloria, because she's an anthropomorphic hippo, and she's like human, like she is like a human consciousness. I feel like if you're saying like Smash with the Blue's Clues dog, bro, Mufasa talks. Doesn't Mufasa talk? He speaks. Or just Smash. Lola?
Smash or pass?
I'm gonna go pass.
What's your choice?
Mr. Anderson, Smash. Tell him to shave that fucking mustache, though. Jesus. I actually have never seen Inside Out. 1 or 2.
How about Hannibal Lecter?
Oh, okay, so a serial killer. Who's saying Smash? What is the hear me out on Hannibal Lecter? I mean, he's in a fucking straitjacket and he kills people. Like, what? Why are people saying Smash? What is the Smash? What is the Smash? He's a fucking... Oh, he's a serial killer. Hannibal fucking Lecter. That's probably the biggest pass of the century, dude. Are you kidding me?
Would you
Smash. Guido. Fastest hands in cars. Fastest hands in the entire film, dude. He changes tires better than anybody. That's an immediately.
How about this
Smash.
one?
Smash. I had a crush on the dragon from Shrek when I was a kid. I remember being like, damn, Donkey got it good. It's kind of a legacy Smash, but I think I'm going to go pass off of the fact that I look up to him too much. Am I smashing prime Bill Nye the Science Guy or current Bill Nye the Science Guy? I think I'm going to pass either way.
Write your hear me outs in the comments so we can...
Oh, gosh. Wait, I kind of want to read some of these. Lego Batman Smash. Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter. Pass. Not even close. Wolf from the Bad Guys movie. Smash. The Slenderman. Pass. Demogorgon. Pass. Bambi's dad. Don't remember what Bambi's dad looks like. I'm going to go pass. Pyramid Head from Silent Hill 2. That's a smash. Magma Cube from Minecraft. Ooh. Pass. Smash. Pass on the Ghast. Handsome Squidward. That's a pass. Optimus Prime. I think any of the Transformers, really. It's metal, though.
Feature them in one of our upcoming videos. We're excited and can't wait to see your unique hear me outs.
Fuck out of here. Johnny from Sing. I hate every character from Sing. I wish they would all die. Pass. Hate every character from Sing. They're so annoying. That movie sucks. Baymax. That's a smash.
What's your choice?
Larry the Lobster. Ooh. Bit of a looks maxer. You know, but he does skip leg day. He's really all in the fists more than anything. The arms aren't really there. I think I'm gonna pass on Larry the Lobster. I don't think I'm gonna hit Larry the Lobster there.
How about Robin Williams as Teddy Roosevelt?
The Smash. Yeah. Robin Williams as Theodore Roosevelt's definitely a smash. I think even regular Teddy Roosevelt. Is Teddy Roosevelt the one that gave a speech when he got shot in the chest? I mean, that's just fucking badass. And now it's Robin Williams, too.
Would you smash or would you pass?
Isn't she venomous? Pass. Wouldn't that kill you?
How about this one?
What the fuck is this? Jungle's Clog? What is that? Is that a teddy bear from IKEA? Pass. What is that?
What will you choose here?
Maleficent. Smash. Maleficent? That's not really...
Smash or pass?
Yo, Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. Pass. The most traumatizing image everybody's seen is the who gets the best head image, and I hate that. Traumatizing. Everybody's seen that shit. Skip that one. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Kaonashi?
It's your choice.
Pass.
How about King Julian?
You would have a lot of aura, but King Julian's really annoying. I kind of like that big fuck that's like his servant, not the little like flying squirrel motherfucker. Who's the big guy from what's his name? You know what I'm talking about. Maurice? Is it Maurice? Maurice from what's the name of the fucking movie? Madagascar. Is it Maurice? Yeah, I'd smash Maurice. Maurice is pretty badass. What's the other fuck? See, now that's why I don't like that. King Julian's a no-go. And then also he's going to have that little, like, annoying fucker there the entire time. Mort. Oh, God.
Would you smash or would you pass?
Mr. Bean's a pass. I think Mr. Bean's a big pass. And he wouldn't speak. This would actually be more scary than Hannibal Lecter. I think Mr. Bean staring at you like that and making those weird faces, and he would do like an act out mime thing. That would be really creepy. It would be so much worse.
How about this one?
Emily from Corpse Bride. She's a dead body. Pass.
What will you choose here?
Arthur's dad? Oh, shit. Pass.
Smash or pass?
Smash. Smash. Maximus, craziest horse in the fucking movie, dude. But he doesn't speak. Pass. It's like he's like
What's
an animal.
Your choice?
The pepper robot. This is like a waitressing robot or like a waiter robot. Pass. I feel like I've passed on most of them.
Flounder?
The flounder from My Little Mermaid's also a pass. And even more so for the live action because both of them are fucking creepy.
Would you smash?
I'm
or
smashing
would you
Stuart.
pass?
I'm smashing Stuart Little.
How
This is
about
getting
this
boring.
one?
The Vine app. What the fuck? Smash.
What's your choice?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I mean, dude, handsome Squidward doesn't have the nose problem that regular Squidward does. I don't know. I feel like this is a pretty hard choice. I think I'm going to go no, though. Handsome Squidward's not really that handsome. He just has, like, a strong jaw structure. He's the Holy Grail.
How about Oscar the Grouch?
Oscar the Grouch literally lives in the trash. Smash.
Smash or pass?
Pac-Man Ghost. Miss Pac-Man's a smash. Pac-Man Ghost is a pass.
What's your choice?
Smash. Interdimensional being, basically a god. Cat in a Hat could effectively kill, like, anything. Like, he literally has, superpowers better than most Avengers. He can spawn things out of thin air. He's chaos, effectively. That was the last one. Wow, that was really interesting. That was fun. Oh, God, they have another one. Let's crank through these real quick. We're just going to skip around. Crush from Finding Nemo is a smash. Circle Guard's a smash. Scar's a smash. Judy's a smash. Tafiti is a smash. Lord Farquaad's a pass. Bambi's father, definitely a smash. Mad Hatter, pass. 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 Smash. 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 Pass. Smash. Smash. Pass. Smash. Pass on Benson. Pass. Pass. Smash. 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 Pass. Smash. Smash. Jason Voorhees, pass. With or without the mask. If he keeps the mask on, smash. If he takes it off, pass. King Triton, smash. Pass. 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 Hey, just for the game, people, stop including, like, Phineas. Phineas, get that out of there. Right? Stella's a smash.
What will you choose here?
Nosferatu, pass. Like, what? What? Toy Chica, pass. Peeta Malark. Peeta Malark from Hunger Games or from Mockingjay? Because Peeta Malark from the original Hunger Games, a bit more... I would say prime Peeta Malark was Catching Fire Peeta Malark. Can we agree on that? I think, like, Josh Hutcherson in Catching Fire, he was, like, a hardened badass. Whereas the first one, he's kind of a chud, and he's also insane in the third one. So I think it depends on the film. Demigorgon's a pass. Blue from Rio's a pass. 2D's a pass. Roger Rabbit's a pass. JJ from Outer Banks a pass. Diego's a pass. Pyramid Head's a smash. Shrek's pass. Bruno's a pass. Ghost from Call of Duty's a smash. The fucking Bill Cipher, evil god from Gravity Falls, smash. Villagers from Minecraft, depends what job they have. Thanos, smash. And yeah, that's it. All right, well, that was fun. All right, let's get into the next video.